Which one? Do you?
All right.
What it is, Pimp? We live, y'all. Me and Daryl gonna talk.
Hey y'all.
We're gonna talk sports till Shannon get her stuff together.
Be like, hey, darkies. Say your pop your shit, Daryl.
Should have made that a topic. Hold on, I did have something good for y'all. Man, I need to start sending my stuff again.
You said you was gonna do that on the last show.
I mean, I still did, but I had something else I wanted to. It just be stuff popping up when I be driving sometimes.
I scroll and see a gang of shit. I see a gang of shit.
Man, I've been watching these people checking these police, and then some of them videos pop up like I sent you, or these Karens going wrong.
The one you sent me about the lady who just went to jail for no damn reason, all just because she didn't want to sign a ticket, like dummy.
Exactly.
Daryl.
I did want to talk about that one. That is what I want to talk about. The main part I wanted to talk about was the man that she was with. He started running around there talking about y'all ain't got to do her like that. Instead, he ain't never not one time told her to calm down, baby. Act like you got some sense. You know what I mean? It's like he kept blaming them for all the stuff she was making them do to her. They was way too patient with her. Man, I'd have been broke her little arm. Man, that man took about 20 minutes just to get her hands behind her back. Man, please.
It did take him forever.
Yeah, I couldn't even be no cop. I know I'd have had a lawsuit. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna take that long to get your hands behind your back. And you're a woman at that. That little arm was broke.
Skip through it a little bit. I ain't gonna show the whole thing because it's actually kind of long.
I think it's like 16 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, because that's like you said, the 16 minutes, 14 and a half of them was them trying to handcuff her ass.
And the cop wasn't even
about it. She's talking about, oh, y'all being too aggressive, like shit. They can't even get you down.
Exactly. And they could have got her down. They trying to be nice. Even when he called, when the backup came, they still was trying to be nice. I'm like, nah, I'd have got her down there. She'd have been in the ground.
Check it out. Check it out.
All right, sir, like I explained to you, you can't be in the park at night. Everyone's just going to receive a simple ticket stating that he was in the park after hours. All right, leave the sign right on the exit.
What am I signing over? Is it a charge or anything, or is it
just a ticket?
I have to sign it?
You can not sign it and go to jail. It's this one here. This one here, sir.
You clearly said this is all
right, that's your license. Copy of citation. Any questions?
That's what it is.
Come over here for me, ma'am. Can you come here, ma'am? All right, so you're going to receive a ticket for being in the park after hours. All right? Just need to sign right here on the X.
But because we're out of, didn't you say we were out of time so we wouldn't have known that?
Yeah, but that's not a valid reason why you should be in the park because you're from out of town.
And what's your badge number?
7452.
There's one time he said it.
And what's your name?
Officer Brooks.
What's your first name?
I'm not gonna give you my first name.
Okay, and I don't have to sign this, right?
You do have to sign it.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, like I explained to him, if you don't sign it, then you're gonna be physically taken to jail.
Gotcha.
So you're refusing to sign?
No, I don't.
What's your name?
Officer Brooks, 7452.
Second time.
What's the badge number?
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay, I'm asking again.
And I'm not giving it to you.
Okay.
Are you gonna sign it?
No, because I want your badge
Okay,
number.
that's fine. You want to put your hands behind your back for me?
No, she got.
Hey, listen, my man. She said she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir,
Ma'am.
you're hurting me.
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
Sir.
Put your hands behind your back. Start me over here.
Sir.
Man, put your hand behind your back.
Can you?
Come on.
I need you to back up.
I'm just saying, like,
I need you to back up.
You don't need to touch her like that.
She's not putting her hands behind her back.
I'm asking a
She was
question.
asking for the-
I'm just all I'm doing is
Put your
asking
hands
a
behind your
question.
back. Put your hands behind you.
Mr.
You're
Brooks.
under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing it.
Sir,
Put your hands
I'm
behind your back.
asking you a question.
I'm letting you know. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to forcibly put your hands behind your back.
But, sir, Mr. Brooks, is this really necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, my
She
man.
needs to
Back
put.
up.
She needs to put her. Let her
Can I-
put her phone.
Okay, you can put your phone down.
Okay,
Let her
Mr.
put- she's
Brooks.
not giving her a chance to-
Oh
Come
my
on, sir.
God.
Hold on.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not saying that I'm refusing to sign the ticket. I'm going to
No.
sign the ticket.
You don't have an option now.
Because but I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket.
No, I'm not here to play games with you.
I know, but I'm going to sign.
Put your hands behind your
I'm
back.
going, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to
Put your hands behind your back.
Why am I
You're actively resisting.
I'm asking you, why am I putting my hands behind my back?
You're under
I'm
arrest.
going to sign the ticket, but why am I under arrest? Why am I under arrest? I'm going to sign the ticket. I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks.
That's all it is.
I'm going to sign the ticket.
I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing
I'm going to sign the ticket now, Mr. Brooks. I'm
it.
going
You
to
don't
sign
have
the
that
ticket.
option now.
Why don't I have the option,
So I
Mr.
gave
Brooks?
you 2 options.
She was asking for your badge number.
I'm asking for your badge number, and I wasn't clear on why you weren't giving me your badge number.
Sir, you do not have to hold her like that.
Oh my God, sir, Mr. Brooks, I'm telling you that I'm going to sign the
Put your
ticket.
hands behind your back.
I'm going to sign the ticket, Mr. Brooks. I'm going to sign the ticket. Why am I being arrested? Can you please tell me why I'm being arrested? Oh my God. I'm so sick. My God, please, in the name of Jesus, please, God, in the name. Why am I being arrested, Mr. Brooks? I'm going to sign the ticket.
Niggas love to call Jesus.
Mr. Brooks, why am I
Nigga
being
turned to a
arrested?
Christian fast.
Why don't you?
So if y'all watch the whole video, that went on for another at least 10. That went on for at least another 10 to 15 minutes. Backup came. Backup didn't even really. He helped him eventually, but he didn't just come right in and tackle him like they would normally do. Now, my thing was, now if these was white cops, niggas would be swearing up and down that they prejudice, racist, and all this stuff. When it's just a hard-headed ass woman, black woman, just not want to follow. It's like they just want to do what the hell they want to do and don't want to follow nobody's rules. And then don't want nobody to do nothing to them.
How she got smart so quick, like and proper. Bitch, you in the motherfucking park. Fuck it. You can't even get a nigga to take you to a hotel.
He said we from out of town.
Now
why I
you
ain't signing the
proper.
ticket.
I don't. If you out of town, that's even more reason.
Then when she
why
was in the
fuck
police
you
car,
in the
y'all.
park. And now you prim and proper.
He's gonna do
and
something nasty. You know why he's in the park. That ain't the point.
Can I have your badge number and your name and blah blah?
But
and then he gave that shit to her.
He got in the police car, y'all, and she started fake crying.
Until she had to ask for a phone.
Yeah, he asked her too many times.
She was like, "Hey, can I get my phone?"
Here's the first problem. First of all,
yeah.
The first problem is clearly that man that she was with. He ain't a man with a backbone, obviously, because he felt like he couldn't tell her, baby, look, check this out. Just sign the ticket so we could go on our way. This ain't even that serious or whatever. So obviously he felt like he dealing with a woman straight out the bat that she hard-headed, like Jerome said. Or he would have said something. Why would you put this woman in that position where and I'm sure him being a black man, he done dealt with the police. He know where that shit can go. He should have just been like, baby, check this out. Sign the ticket. Let this man go about his business. We go about our business. We'll deal with it later. But instead, he sat quiet and got confrontational with the police. Not super confrontational, but, you ain't got to do it like that. You don't have to do that.
He was fake.
Actually, Daryl, if that was a white cop, they might have stolen on the black dude because he was all up on the cop trying to stop him from putting the handcuffs on her when it first started.
At the end of the day, she don't know. She obviously don't know her. She don't even know her rights because a ticket signing. And see, this is where a lot of people go. I ain't signing a ticket. Signing a ticket is not an admission of guilt. It's an admission of receipt of the ticket, 1, and 2, a promise to show up in court or pay a fine. That's all it is. It don't mean that you guilty, whatever. But these people like, I ain't did nothing. I ain't signing it. Nigga, sign the ticket so you can go home. Deal with it later if you feel like it was an unjust ticket.
Because the law is they do have the right to take you to jail if they want to.
And in most states that is the case. There are a couple states, like I think in Nevada it used to be like that, but now you don't have to sign the ticket. And I know a lot of times before the tickets were handwritten back in the day, you sign those. Now they kind of digital. They come out of a machine, and so sometimes they just give it to you. You don't have to sign it.
I ain't never signed for a ticket.
Yeah, or there's some kind of electric. Some of them got like an electronic little digital signature, like at the store where you sign your little signature on when you're paying for something. But bottom line is sign the damn ticket, lady. It ain't that serious.
For being in a park after dark, it might not even make it to court type shit.
I've been in the park after dark. With I know what that's like. That park on. I don't know if you know that park off of Fairfax, Shannon, off of Fairfax. The park that's by the that big park that's by the Fairfax. What is it called? Where they got all the shopping and the restaurants and all that on Fairfax.
Yeah. You mean the Grove?
The Grove. It's a park near there. A nice park. Okay, I was in that park. Yeah, I was in that park. Shit, with a chick, whatever, in the car, and shit, it was after hours, but I didn't know I didn't know the police rolled up. Shit, he lit that bitch up like it was daytime. I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, this is a private property, whatever. He didn't give us a ticket. I was like, I'm sorry, officer, I didn't know, I didn't know that. And he was like, no problem, it happens, whatever. He followed us, made sure we got out the park, and everybody went home. Like, you ain't got to, you start tripping and shit. Damn, I mean, he told you ain't supposed to be in the park, period.
Right.
And that's what when I be woman bashing, as they say. That's all I just be trying to show y'all. It's like, this how these women are. They just want to be defined as something. They just got to go against whatever the rules or the norm is. They have to go against it just to show, like, I do what the F I want to do. It's like, no, nigga. And that, like I say, that cop was way too patient. Man, I would have fucked her up. I ain't lying.
And another part to it, I bet you that woman she was more prone to act like that because he was black or a brother. You know what I'm saying? If that was a white cop, her ass probably would have been obedient as hell.
She might have been even worse.
Now that's true.
No, that ain't nah. She
tried
to
been acting like that if that was a white boy.
Yeah,
no. I agree with you. I think she was acting worse because it was a brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If there was a white cop that came down there, you know better. You know what could happen from that shit. You would have been like, okay, officer. You would have been, okay, sir. You sitting up there calling this man Mr. Brooks like you know him, like this your neighbor that told you to get off his grass. Bro,
that's how Shannon might act and women around Shannon's age.
Fuck you.
But this heifer, no, I'm saying you might have acted more like you got sense if it was a white cop. because you know the repercussions and what could happen. These black women nowadays, they don't give a damn about nobody. They don't think nothing to happen to them. And so they don't give a damn. Man, listen, matter of fact, try to pull that up and then it'll be in your algorithm and they'll start popping up. Man, these black women be so crazy and disrespectful to these police. One of them, I told y'all the other day, one of them punched the cop in his face for no reason. All she had to do was lead them all. They wasn't pushing her out. They didn't grab her to get out. They gave her way. They was nicer than this cop. And she just turned around and stole on him in the eye. I'm like, oh no. And he didn't even hit her back. Oh man, shit. Nigga, please.
She lucky, but he probably was like, "Yep, let me see you fight these bitches in jail. Get up in jail and swing on somebody and see
That's what they would have did in California. But in some of these other places, yeah, in California, they might have would have killed her. You know, they'll kill. They don't care, black woman, white, black woman, man, wherever. The mother go missing, and then pop up. Yeah, and then pop up talking about what happened to them.
Saying it was a serial killer.
No, it'd be the police. Police be them got rid of their ass.
No, I'm saying they're gonna blame it on a serial killer.
Yeah,
he struck again.
Drop your ass off in the motherfucking river.
Yeah, a dumpster.
And you know where our river is at. It's between the freeway and it ain't nothing but a little thing.
A little what they call a reservoir.
A reservoir. That's our river.
They call it a reservoir.
motherfucking transients gotta find you. You gotta hope one of them homeless people will push their basket down there. Your ass will be down there forever.
Yeah, it be done stank, and everybody be done played the stank off. That's how.
Don't nobody know what happened. She must have fell down there.
It'd be stinking for a long time. Like that.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers got used to the stank. That's how long it be done stank. And then
it stank down there anyway.
But this is where she is.
So just
we've been looking
right on in.
Yeah, you don't want to fool around California like that. But people in California know, you know. It'd be these other places, man, where they really be arguing and fighting against police and shit.
I just still don't get it. If you know it don't take nothing but to get your ticket and go. Sometimes I've been pulled over and I didn't even get a ticket. I was in Dallas. This is when I stopped officially going to the tournaments and driving. I'm gonna have somebody drive me because we, partying quite a bit. And then got the nerve to be dropping off motherfuckers like I'm not loaded. Fuck around, get pulled over not even get pulled over. I actually pulled over to stop and sit for a minute because I knew I was loaded. I'm like, I'm fucking loaded. So I pulled over to stop for a second, but I don't know Dallas like that. I know it, but like all y'all little, when you pull over somewhere that you ain't supposed to pull over or you ain't never pulled over before, all that shit kind of look like a farm or a forest or some shit. Whatever. Boom, police see me, pull behind me, a white cop and a black cop. Cool as hell. They like, and I'm clearly loaded. They know I'm loaded. I know I'm loaded. I said to myself, oh, damn, I'm going to jail in Dallas. They just asked me where I was coming from, where I was going, what I had been doing. Of course, I got California plates. So they like, when did you get here? This, that, and the other thing. And they was like, how far away are you from where you going? I said, shoot, I'm not that far, but I needed to take a break for a minute. And they was like, are you okay right now? And I was like, yeah. And oh boy. And then so the white cop was like, pulled him to the side. So I'm like, okay, they can have a little conversation or whatever. And then old boy came to the car and he looked in and I didn't have a drink, but I had a cup with it was like some old soda. You know, you have it earlier and you never finish it. It was in a cup holder. The black cop just looked in the window and he was looking and he got, of course he got the flashlight looking at everything. And he was like, "What's in the cup?" I'm like, "Shit, some soda that I had from earlier, whatever." And he said, "Let me have it." And I gave him the soda. He opened the top. It was like a big cup. He opened the top off, smelt it, just tossed it out. He was like, "Make it safely. Don't let me. We're gonna follow you for about 10 minutes." And they followed me basically all the way to my destination, and then kept on going. So you can't just if I'm reacting like her, roll the window down and automatically just start saying, "Oh, I ain't do nothing. Why y'all fucking with me? Da, 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 da. What are you talking about? No, is this necessary?" And you get combative. I think a lot of times you make your situation worse than it might actually be.
Right. That's a good example, Shannon. That was a good story. You know,
I'm glad you liked it.
it was a good story.
I can't take this.
You didn't act a fool, and you was the example of that. That's great. Yeah.
Right.
That is
But this
amazing.
is the whole thing. That is the whole thing that I don't like about Black women, because we're speaking on Black women right now, not Black people. So Black women, one thing I don't like is the combative nature of the automatic attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like being grouped into that because that's not the only time I've ever had to encounter the police and they just let me go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't respond that way, and I know what the response is. It's that I'm like Jerome said, I just got to be combative because I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna outsmart this cop, this dumb cop, or whatever they coming from in their mindset. Where it's really a representation of how much they lack respect for authority.
Exactly.
I say a lot of times, like when I encounter a lot of women just out and about in the world, I say all the time, I just be like, "Damn, bitch, you not at home no more." Like, go run your kids at home. You don't run people in the street. You'll be in the store and, "Oh, motherfucker got a nerve, this and that and that." You be like, what nerve do they got that you don't have? They have the right to be out and be able to whoever the fuck they want to be. Oh, I don't like that. I had this one old lady walk up to me. We were in CVS standing in line, and of course, it was one of them days where they only got one cashier working. So we standing there for a hot little minute. Oh, she started talking about the woman in front of me and her braids, and I turned around. I said, "Her braids look fine to me." And then she gave me like this look, like, "Oh, you don't like you don't want to talk about her." No, I don't want to talk about her. I'm about to talk about you. If you don't shut the fuck up talking to me. How many things you got, Maggie? How many things you need, Maggie? Which one work?
Let me just completely close out and come back in because I don't even know why it's doing two. So let
I
me
could
leave and come
I
back.
I could take off one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was only letting you talk on one anyway.
Is there an echo?
Nope.
No.
I don't
Okay.
mind
I'm
you.
at work.
What's up, Pretty Tam? Pretty
Hello,
Tam,
everybody.
All the people in the house.
Pretty Tam, you gonna come show your face? The people want to know if you're really pretty. Don't y'all want to
So
know?
no, not really. So it's just like, ooh, now Don jumped off. I'm gonna leave this
You'll be
thing
back.
alone. Yeah, I know. I know Don. So it's just that combative nature, and that is crazy, and that authoritative attitude, like running every goddamn thing everywhere you fucking go, and people supposed to bow down to you. You in the grocery store. Why? And why? Just why? Give me the
See,
why.
and this goes back to what I told y'all. See, we need to get rid of the domestic violence laws and the child abuse law. Because obviously this woman didn't have her ass whooped enough as a child. And that men obviously don't punch her in her face when she get out of hand. Wouldn't you agree, Maggie? I know Daryl agree.
Trolling.
I do not agree, and I really wish you would have beat some female in your past so that you won't keep fantasizing about it. You should have got that out the way a long time ago.
I beat a couple, man.
Until you got beat back.
I have one baby mama. She won't stop until you do something to her. So I ain't have a choice. You know.
It's always
you had a choice.
I got a felony for stabbing one of my baby mamas, Maggie. That's worse than beating, ain't
it? Oh man, you need to be in jail.
I was in jail. No, actually, I didn't even go to jail for that. I went to jail that night, but I didn't go to jail. They just gave me a felony and probation.
But they gave you a felony and probation.
Yeah, they gave me two years, I think, 2 years paper. And I was a felon until I completed.
So you can't vote?
I couldn't vote. I was actually, so what happened, they gave me the felony, but it's supposed to be a suspended. It was an SRS. And they didn't suspend it after I completed my probation like they supposed to. But then I found out 20-something years later that they talking about I supposed to put in for them to take it off my record. I'm like, y'all didn't say none of that shit in court.
Because I'd have been dead.
I've been a felon for 23 years and ain't supposed to be in.
For no damn reason.
I couldn't get apartments, certain jobs, couldn't vote for a minute.
What apartments got to do with it? A felony come on your credit report?
Some places won't give you a what's called, it'll show up on you when they do a background check.
I don't think I've ever done a background check.
I know my apartment complex, they won't let you move in if you're a felon. You can't even be on the premises if you're a felon.
See what I mean?
What? I've never seen that. I've never.
All because she wouldn't shut up. Now I can't be around Maggie them house.
No, because you didn't know how to control yourself. Don't blame her.
Maggie, listen. Listen, Mag. We was living next door to my mom, and so when I stabbed her, she was hollering so loud that my mom heard her, and so she sent one of my nephews over there to see what was wrong with her. But anyway,
she bleeding out. Granny, she bleeding out. Granny, she bleeding out.
I was tired of her hollering, so I went over to my mama's house. It was a duplex. I went to my mama's house, and when I walk in the house, my mama say, she said, what's wrong with Nikki? I said, nah, before I can even say it, my nephew ran back in there. Uncle Wobie stabbed her. My mama said, boy, you stabbed that girl? I said, yeah. Why you stabbed that girl? I said, because I ain't feel like fighting. She said, you stabbed her because you didn't feel like fighting. Boy, you better take that girl to the hospital. My mom got me locked up, basically. That's the moral of this story. Never listen to your mother when you stab somebody, is my point. All right, girl? Because I know you got one coming.
Of all the times to do what your mama say, you pick a hell of a time.
You talking about he got tired of her hollering. I would have been running up and down the street. He's trying to kill me. Get him.
Hey, that's what she was saying in the corner of the kitchen. But if y'all knew her, man, y'all would have been laughing. I was laughing. I told her to stop hollering and quit bleeding on my damn floor. I had fun with that, boy. She was so scared. I was happy. She ain't never acted like she did. This nigga thought she was the toughest person on earth.
So is that
But seriously, Maggie, I did stab her so I wouldn't hurt her. Well, not hurt her like that, but I was scared I might kill her if I started hitting her. So I said, you know what? This little stab will stop you from
You weren't scared to stab her. You didn't think stabbing her was gonna kill her?
No, not the way I stabbed. It wasn't gonna kill her unless I hit an artery.
What? Are you a doctor? How would you know if you was gonna hit an artery and not avoid it? How to avoid it?
I know a lot of I'm not a doctor, but I know things.
You know a lot of motherfuckers that's been stabbed.
No, I know I was gonna stab somebody, so I knew I didn't want to kill them, or if I wanted to kill them, I need to find the spots.
You a fool.
Kurt,
so
are you listening?
Well-deserved felon.
My baby. That was in 94.
Oh, you rehabilitated now?
30 years ago.
Once a woman beater, always a woman beater. You're a woman beater, Jerome. How does it
I
feel?
know, and proud of it. I
Don't
wish
give
I had a
up.
woman that needed to be beat down.
The one that's not gonna call the police on you or what?
No, she can call the police. Listen, when I used to do something to people, I take all the phones first. See, I'm a smart one.
Premeditated.
You can't get to no phones around me if I'm finna do something to you. I'm gonna just take stuff. If you see me collecting phones in the house, somebody finna get hit. Like, let me get this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me use your phone. Give me that one. Yeah. Everybody give me their phones. These niggas think we finna have a family meeting. No. Somebody ass finna get whooped. We don't have no calling the police around here. Everything calm down.
Make sure if I'm ever around, I'm gonna have a bowling ball in my hand. all you wootings, some line y'all.
All you need for Jerome is a Bible because he's the Antichrist. You just bring a Bible and you'll be all good.
Throw some holy water on his head.
Maggie, the Bible
Yes,
says
it's
it's a
holy
time.
water.
The Bible says there's a time to kill and a time for peace. What that mean?
I don't think it applies to this situation.
I didn't kill. That was peace. I had peace.
You didn't give peace either. You tried to cut her into pieces. That's about it. That's the only piece about
I
this
only failed
situation.
one time. I didn't slice her. I just poked her a little bit. Just to make her calm down, man. I saved her life. That's what I told her too. I said, nigga, I saved your motherfucking life.
You're a narcissist.
I saved my life and you stabbed me. I said, nigga, because I could have killed you.
So then y'all get back together.
He a narcissist. you gaslit her.
If somebody comes in here and they don't speak to everybody, they need to be removed from the room until they learn some manners.
I know that's right, Maggie.
Ooh,
I don't know who you talking to because I spoke to all of y'all more than once and nobody spoke back.
You didn't speak to me and you haven't spoken to me the last 2 times you've been on here.
First of all, when you guys rewind this recording and you hear that I spoke to everyone, Daryl, you owe me.
First of all, don't ever first of all me when you're talking to a man.
That's right. Get in check, Daryl. That's what made. Boy, I didn't talk the sip out of Daryl.
You got me fucked up.
He right back there. God damn it.
Hey, you said you need 2 hours of this shit, so I'm gonna give you all your money worth. I came to piss you off early. I jumped on this motherfucker as soon as she sent me the link.
Say I was waiting for you, motherfuckers.
I sure was. I thought this day wasn't gonna send no more. Hello, Maggie. Maggie got a little man now, so she don't hardly speak to other men.
And that's fine. That's fine. That has nothing to do with me.
He got a woman too.
He real jealous.
Told you on the last show he had a woman.
He's never given a damn about that.
Girl ain't got no woman.
Talking about you.
That's what he said. Oh.
Girl said he got women.
He got he got a little lovely that he like to rub and touch.
Daryl seemed like one of them niggas say he trying to find himself, so he ain't trying to be in no.
I'm trying to find myself.
Yeah, nigga, I'm trying to find myself, so I really can't be in a relationship right now.
Working on me. I'm working on me.
That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah,
I can be a better man for you.
Oh my God.
I gotta work on loving myself before I can love you, baby.
Yeah, that sounds like some shit you say.
Dang, that just sounds like a whole lot of game.
It is if a man say it, or if he ain't running game, you definitely don't want to be with him. He's like a woman. There's a lot of things men say nowadays that women say.
Like what?
Stuff
Put
like
it
that.
right there. That's not
I'm working on myself.
Anywho,
my truth.
I hate when a nigga say anywho.
Hey, that's the you remember in the 90s, that equivalent to that was Honey Boom.
That's some shit my aunties used to say. You say some shit, they be like, anywho. I hate when a nigga say that. So I be like, what?
Now, you know what's the worst thing I can hear a man say? Is period. I was like, oh man, I bet you get stuck something in his booty sometime.
That's Daryl's favorite.
I hate sticking it in your booty.
That's what I was thinking.
That's Daryl's favorite. And what you not gonna do?
Well, yeah, I like that.
You like that? I know. You say that shit all the time. What you not gonna do? It's fucking
and I don't like
right
niggas,
now.
I don't like when niggas say "child, please."
Oh Lord.
Please don't say that.
All them boy got a little loose in them. He using it in them terms. Maggie be having some topics for me. Maggie, what you want us to talk about?
Is it not acceptable for a man to say? Is it not? Is it not acceptable for a man to say that he doesn't want to?
Wait, I'm
that
sorry.
He doesn't want a relationship.
I'm sorry, that threw me off. Who the fuck is
what you not gonna do?
They being Maggie. They being rude, Maggie. Like you're not talking.
I'm sorry, Maggie. Go ahead, Max. We're waiting.
Is it not acceptable for a guy to say that he doesn't want a relationship because he's trying to better himself? Because y'all said that that's feminine.
Not if he running around trying to get some ass.
That's what I said. If he working on himself, he don't need to be trying to have sex with you.
I mean, that's letting you know he trying to one hit a quitter your ass right there off the rip.
Might not be a one hit quitter, but he trying to hit others.
Hey, if you don't see that red flag waving like a motherfucker, I wish a nigga would come to me talking about. I'm trying to work on my.
I told Maggie that a long time ago. I said, if a man ever tell you that means he's trying to have other women, and he ain't trying to settle down with you. Man need to work on. Men don't care nothing about working on themselves. If they want a woman, if they got a woman they want,
right?
We'll work on ourselves along with you there
together.
That's how we operate. We don't even know how to work on ourselves.
That's like one of the best ways to gaslight a woman, though, and string her along. Like a woman will think like, oh, he trying to get himself together for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a good man. No, that
it work on women like Maggie because she ain't clue. You know, she don't know nothing about the game. So stuff like that'll work on people like Maggie and my cousin TT. He's like, oh, he a good man. He want to make sure he right for me, so he don't want to. Like, nigga, you
that niggas running around talking about we about to get married, girl. He getting it together. He gonna propose soon, child. He told me he getting it together for me. Be like, is that what he said? What was the words that he actually used? Did the word for you come out of his mouth?
Maggie, how long for you came out of his mouth? That doesn't mean anything.
It does. It means that exactly what Jerome said.
You still be lying.
You getting yourself together for 10 years. And if you wanna let me fuck you every now and again for 10 years, I'll gladly do it. No commitments, no nothing.
Maggie, if you went into a relationship with the intents of being married, how long would you be with a man before you leave him alone for not marrying you?
Probably a couple years.
So
I don't know, 2-3 years maybe.
What in 3 years would he know that he wouldn't know in the first 1 year?
We might not be financially ready to
what they gotta do with marrying somebody?
Become one. Because it's a lot that goes along. I mean, you taking on other people's debt. You know, it's a.
Hold on, Kim.
Yeah.
No. If you was paying your own debt before I met you, motherfucker, you keep paying them when we meet.
That's not how.
I don't understand how y'all people be talking about money when both of y'all are already taking care of y'all selves. So if y'all come together and y'all already was taking care of yourself, that's more money. Because now it's only one house and 2 incomes.
No, because as soon as we get together, I'm quitting.
We talking about the regular woman.
But when you come together, you have children, which are
but they already
totally
being taken
separate.
care of, Maggie. That's my point.
No, if you're having kids together, they're not, because they're not even in existence yet.
Man, for kids to come together, that's at least damn near 2 years.
Yeah.
And then it ain't like y'all gonna get some type of significant raise within the next 2 to 3 years. Raises ain't but about 2%, which ain't shit. So I mean, y'all are never, if y'all waiting for y'all income to get better, y'all might well not even be together.
No, we could be together. We both been struggling. We just gonna struggle even more because I'm quitting.
That's my point. Y'all ain't gonna get no better, is what I'm saying.
With that outlook, they're not. I don't even know why that's not common sense to think. Now, if you're talking about young folks, then you know that they're probably still building and getting there. But if you're established, like you meet somebody at fucking 30, what's the likelihood that you haven't been taking care of yourself for at least, just say you got out of college at 23. You've been taking care of yourself for 7 years. What's supposed to change all of a sudden? Nothing. Like you say, what I got and what you got. Only thing we gonna decide on is we moving. Am I moving in your house? You moving in mine? Or are we getting something together? And then we go on from there, because the thing about it is nothing is ever fucking perfect. It's the same way they always tell women to put off having babies. There's never really a perfect time to have babies because you can't predict the future. You never know what's going to happen. And then another thing is going into a relationship with somebody. Only thing you need to know is that are you willing to take care of that person in the event that something happens? Because when these women be running up and down talking about money, 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 that motherfucker have money today and get fired next week, that week after y'all get married. Then what?
That's what the good thing about COVID was. It should have shown people that you can have money or be making money, and then it could all go away. That's one good thing people should have got from COVID.
So do we love each other or not? Because especially as Black people, we know how to survive. Like, we can make a mountain out of a molehill type shit. So where do we get caught up in this money game when Black people as a whole ain't never been rich? Now, if you're talking about we was in white culture and they know they can go out there and make a whole bunch of money in all kind of ways and they got avenues, what makes you think in the Black community all of a sudden we gonna start talking about all this money that don't nobody motherfucking have, when the statistics say that the average Black man makes somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 a year, and a bitch want to go to motherfucking Ruth Chris every weekend? Are you serious? This is how I need to be dated and this and that. Like, knock that shit the fuck off.
All right. I wanted to chime in. I had to step away for a second. Are we still on the same thing about getting yourself together or whatever?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so this is for the women. Excuse me. Damn. Maggie still here?
Yeah, she up there.
Yeah, we ready.
Getting herself together.
Oh, okay. No, so what if a man quote unquote, like, keeps it real with you and says something to you like, in my relationships, I tend to fuck up, I tend to whatever, and I respect you too much and whatever, I don't want to get involved with you and ruin it because I'm not ready to be whatever, but I like you a lot or whatever, but I just don't want to hurt you or something. Would you feel good that he kept it real, like he a cheater, or like he a fuck around or he whatever? Or would you feel like it's an excuse, or would you feel like you can change him and still take the risk, or how would you approach that?
No, I definitely would be respectful of him telling me that, and I would believe him when he say he'll cheat. He'll cheat. If I want to fool with him, I'm gonna fool with him regardless. But
Right.
I would definitely respect him for that.
Turn that TV down.
I'm at work.
You gonna fool with him regardless and still
If
get mad
I
when
said
he
if I
cheats?
want to. No, I just
But
he's just not cheating. It's not cheating at that
it's
point
not
because we're not in
cheating.
a relationship.
But what about the woman that gets in a relationship with that, thinking she could change him, or he not gonna do it to me, or I can satisfy him so good that he
Well,
gonna
she set
change his
herself up
ways.
for failure. She set herself up for failure. She shouldn't get mad
Yeah,
because he told her up front.
yeah, I'm cool. I'm straight. I ain't having no relationship with you. We straight. You go ahead. I wish you the best of luck. Matter of fact, we can go out together, and I can help point out some bitches for you.
Well, I mean, these
But I,
days, a lot.
but I'm cool.
Okay, so what about? I mean,
Yeah.
so Shannon, have you ever? I mean, because these days, shit, women is shit. They think like niggas too. Shit, women. There's women that's like shit. I ain't looking for no relationship. I just want dick, a good time. Occasionally we go out. We
Girls
could have.
need love too. Y'all heard
You
Well,
know
me
what
from
I'm
the
saying?
well,
walk
I,
I
So
said girls need love too.
yeah.
have you ever been
Hoes
that?
need love
Have you ever been that type of woman with a dude, Shannon?
too. I'm
I
gonna be that
have.
type of woman with you though.
Yes, you have. Stop
I'm gonna
lying.
be that. I'm gonna be that type of woman with you though.
No, first of all,
I've
stop.
been that type of woman. Me myself, I've been that type of woman, but I wasn't the type of woman to fool with more than one guy. Like I just fooled with him on that level, but I was never expecting a relationship with him because he told me up front what was up, and I just chose to deal with it. And we had a nice little years worth of fling. It was fun, you know.
I
I have no regrets
flinged.
about that.
I flinged with somebody before, Daryl, but
Nigga said fling.
it wasn't. It wasn't. It was. We didn't approach it like that. It wasn't because he walked up and said, "I'm gonna be cheating and shit like that." Woo woo. A fling more be like something like maybe we kind of met on a humbug, or we live in two different states. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I hit that state, it's going down or some shit like that. But I ain't never had no man come up to me and say, oh, I like you, baby, and everything, and I want to get with you and all of this all good shit. But you know what? I might fuck around and cheat. I ain't know this and I ain't know that. Because if they did, that doesn't sound like they trying to fling with me. It sounds like they just basically giving me the out, giving me the opportunity to walk away. But I don't know. I don't know if that's how the woman receives it, as saying, oh, well, it's cool. We could just fuck around for a little bit. Then that's cool for her. You know, that's cool for anybody if they're good with that. My problem is that I tend to have feelings for people that I allow to enter my body. So saying something like that, it will be for me just to tell me to go on about my business, because I'm not gonna. I don't know. That's when you kind of plant a seed in somebody's head that'll fuck them up for no reason. Like if we just wind up clicking and things just going where they're going and they really don't go nowhere, but we just having a good time. I'm not thinking about who all else you might be messing with and all this other goofy shit. But if you plant that seed in my head, for me, it might be difficult for me to be like, yeah, I'm really fucking with you. Because my motherfucking badass mouth, when you call me, it'll be like, oh, so you just climbed out of Keisha ass right quick? Like, so it's my turn? Oh, it's my turn? You know, I'll be talking shit and the motherfucker not going to fuck with me no more anyway. Because they'll be like, you talk too much shit. Or you bring it up too much. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be like, yeah, because you put that seed in my head. So when I think about you, I think, oh, he running around with some hoe right now. He running around with another hoe right now. You know what I'm saying? If I call you and you don't answer or respond, oh, my first thought, which wouldn't initially be my first thought if you never told me that, but my first thought now was going to be, oh, he must be one of his other bitches. Why is it's the why for me.
I actually did that, Daryl. And I ended up being with the girl for about at least 10 years. We ended up living together for 10 years, and I was messing with others. I had 2 or 3 of my kids while we was together.
Right. I mean, shit. It really is just being honest. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you look at it. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, this dirty dog ass nigga," but some people are gonna respect the honesty instead of fucking around, behind your back. I mean, he telling you straight up, we can have a good time, we can kick it, whatever. But I mean, I ain't trying to be exclusive or whatever. If you cool with that shit, I'm cool with it too. Let her decide. Shit, if she ain't, shit, somebody else. But Shannon, cut the bullshit. Because first of all, let me ask you something. So you telling me that every man that you encounter or that you want to be involved with, you're looking for a relationship?
Fuck yeah.
Shannon has only been with 4 guys.
Stick your dick in me, and we together for 10 years.
No.
Shannon's only been with 4 guys. And she's
lucky to be together for 10 minutes.
I'm saying, I mean, like I say, I've had something turn into we just been fucking around for years because of certain circumstances and shit like that. But it didn't start off with, this is how I'm approaching the situation with this woman. Hi, Shannon. Oh, you're nice. I like you. This and that. But let me let you know, baby. You know, I ain't ready for no relationship. If a motherfucker said that to me the first, and we just meeting, the first thing I'm gonna probably say, because I'm a smart ass, is like, shit, who said I was looking for a relationship? But then that will also bite me in the ass, because it might give him the impression that I'm with the shit. But if it was to happen, I think it would depend on if I like the nigga. If I like him and I want to see what's up with him, I want to see if that bulge is real or if it's fake. I might.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it sounds like you're somebody that's excuse me, dating or whatever with a purpose or an intent, which is to have a relationship.
If I'm dating with purpose and intent, no. If you start the conversation off like that, no, I'm not delusional. I'm not about to sit up and figure, I could change his mind and shit. I'm just gonna be like, this nigga's
no, not changing. But you said, let's go back to what you said. You said if a nigga told you that, you ain't fucking with him. So what I'm saying is that you're dating or trying to meet somebody with intent and purpose. When I say that, I mean you looking for a relationship, or you hoping it returns into a relationship.
I'm starting off letting it be known, and then we see where that shit go.
Gotcha.
Because like I said, I fuck around. I fuck with feelings. I don't just be like, I don't care, and and just run up in my coochie and go about your business, and I don't gotta talk to you till next year. What? No. Like I said, unless I meet somebody that, I mean, I don't know, because that sounds like an odd thing to say to a woman, but I mean, it sounds like some player shit. So I would probably play, but actually never do anything with that man. Like, because I can be goofy as a motherfucker and be like, whatever, well, let's play. You know what I'm saying? Because then now you want to bring out the player in me, and I'm going to be like, well, let me see what all I can get this nigga to buy, or how much money I'm going to get this nigga to spend while he's talking about some, I ain't looking for no relationship, blah, blah, blah. But, can I get some of that ass? What? Okay. Well, then we must be tricking and hoeing. That's what the fuck that sound like. What is worth to you?
When I did it, Daryl, the reason I did it, because the girl was too nice. And like that was what I told her. I said, listen, you too good of a person. And I know I can't be faithful. I ain't even trying to be faithful. So I was like, shit. I said, now we can mess around. But yeah, I don't think I want to be in a relationship with you, because I don't want to mess you up and make you like the rest of these women out here all fucked up. So,
but don't that still end up messing them up, because they fuck around and think at some point now y'all gonna eventually be in a relationship? Like, you might have said that then, but shit, it's been 3 years, nigga. You love me.
Nah, I ain't mess her up. I don't think. It actually straightened me up. Baby? It made me. She's the reason that I appreciate women now, like good women. Like she made me start appreciating women and treating them better and all that.
How?
You said why? Because she was that good of a woman. Huh?
So she made you appreciate other women, but not her.
No, I appreciated her.
But you still didn't ever want to be with her.
I was with her. I just was with other people. See, this is listen, and I want y'all to Maggie, I want you to listen to this mainly because Shannon's already tainted. So you might have a little hope. But a man cheating on you is not the worst thing in the fucking world. You could have a perfect man. Y'all could have a perfect man, and if he cheat one time out of 20 years, y'all are like he was the worst motherfucker on earth. Like he ain't never did shit for 20 years. So just because a man cheats on you don't mean he don't love you, don't mean he don't still treat you good, all that shit. Y'all black women that came up with this. Where if he can't love you because he loved you, he wouldn't have cheated. They ain't got shit to do with him cheating. He can love you.
He don't. What he doesn't is
he can
respect
appreciate you. He can do. He respects you. He does everything he did before he cheated on you. Him cheating on you ain't got shit to do with you.
No, it does. So if he said he wasn't gonna cheat. If he went into this saying that this is a monogamous relationship,
it still ain't got nothing to do with you. His feelings and all the stuff he does for you, it still doesn't have nothing to do with himself.
He don't respect you, and he don't respect himself.
See, Maggie, that's what I want you not to listen to. It has nothing to do with him respecting you or not respecting himself. He just cheated. That's all that happened.
Okay, so this is a segue into another topic.
But what if we did it? What if women did it though? Why?
It's the same thing if y'all did it. It ain't like y'all don't love us or don't respect us. You was just a whore at the time, and you cheated.
Yeah. If I cheat on my man, I ain't no hoe. I don't respect you.
Well, that's the difference. Normally, that's how it is with women. Normally, women won't cheat on their man unless they've lost some kind of love or something for him or respect for him.
Okay,
but these women nowadays, such whores, they can cheat and ain't nothing even wrong.
Okay, Pastor, your time is up. Thank you. I'm gonna play moderator tonight. Co-host Black Steel is going to moderate this conversation because we get long-winded on these topics. That's a segue into another topic. So the topic right now, switching reels, is do you guys feel men and women cheat for different reasons?
What do you think?
Why do you feel men cheat and why do you feel women cheat? Are they for different reasons?
I don't know. It depends on the person. I think men cheat because they greedy. Most of the time, a man is cheating because he's greedy.
Y'all really
I know a particular woman who, I'm not gonna say she condones cheating, but it kind of sounds like she does because when we talk about women cheating, she say, "Oh, she must not have been happy, or he ain't doing something right, so that's why she cheated." So as if to say, well, shit, she ain't happy, or he ain't taking care of business, or he ain't doing something right, so she cheating. So I'm trying to figure out what's women's reason for cheating from you ladies. I'm not saying that, I'm not accusing y'all being cheaters or saying that y'all have cheated on somebody, but if you did, what was the reason that you cheated?
Well, I'll go first. I've never cheated, but I can see. No, I haven't. I don't even
call my boy.
More than one person at the same
Don't have me call my boy now.
But I think women will go seeking something that they're not getting. I just don't see a woman who is getting everything she wants in a relationship going to sleep with somebody else. For what?
Don't use
I don't see it.
It don't happen, Maggie.
So
okay,
Maggie, if like getting something, you should go get it elsewhere. You think that's what women should do?
No, I said if there must be a void. She's not getting the attention that she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Things have waned in the relationship. Maybe it started off good, but now it's not so good. Because y'all men, y'all kind of inconsistent.
Okay, so that brings up that brings up another good question and a good topic, another segue, because Maggie said there's a void. Okay, so when men cheat, women in their denial, they have a problem with taking self-inventory and figuring out what they're doing wrong. They tend to think, oh, a nigga, I got his kids, I clean, I cook, I take care of myself. Why the fuck he cheating on me with that bitch? They tend to think that men just think with they dick and they just cheating. A man might be trying to fill a void too, but y'all be in denial and think y'all perfect.
That's right.
What?
Like I've never heard a woman be accountable for her man cheating on her. I've never heard a woman say, you know what, I could see why he stepped out on me because I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that, I stopped doing this, I stopped doing that. It's always
what they say, girl? Nah, he just cheated because he wanted to cheat.
Right. I do everything for that nigga. I do this, I do that.
So basically, you blaming the woman for why you cheated. She has to take accountability.
He did exactly what Maggie did for the men.
Cheated.
He did exactly what Maggie did for the men.
No. What I'm saying is you do have some men who are cheating simply for the fact that they want new pussy or they like fucking other women. But you actually do have some men that are cheating because their wife or their living or whatever it may be is not doing something she needs to do, so they are finding that in another woman. But y'all don't think that. Y'all think it's just a nigga fucking because he's kicking with his dick.
Why don't he just leave her then? Why does he give her?
Why you ain't ask that question when Maggie said it about the women?
I'm gonna do like Jerome. Answer the goddamn question.
If I'm answering the goddamn question to the motherfucker I'm talking to when I get ready, listen. You
just like that woman that was getting arrested, ain't you?
You're going to blame the woman. You want her to take the blame for why you're greedy as fuck.
Maggie just said that women are filling a void. So why can't men fill a void?
If you got a void, why are you with this person? Or do you even tell this person that there's a void?
Actually, the men are feeling.
I'm trying to figure out why Shannon asked Maggie that when Maggie said it about the women.
The men are feeling the void. That's exactly what they're doing.
Literally.
No, they're not.
Literally.
Literally.
Thought that was cute, Maggie.
Maggie,
you used to be a woman.
Hey,
just throw that out.
I am.
What's up, TT?
Hey, TT.
Hi.
We got to talk about cheating, and TT popped up. She said, "Hold on, that's me."
Really? I'm glad you feel that way.
What is that? Now, what's with all these icons and what you call them? Avatars.
Avatars.
Are y'all too ugly to be on camera?
Maggie's at work.
Maggie, when she at home, she ain't on camera. TT, I know you just got your hair done.
I have been on camera before several times.
We need you on camera every time. We got an audience. Want to see people. They want to see lips moving. When
nobody want to see me.
Yeah, they do. They need somebody
to
talk
about me. Okay.
I want to see Daryl so he can stand up and let me see that bulge.
Shannon, quit being a whore. Damn. Goodness.
I was being a whore.
We're not going to turn it to what y'all tried to do last show.
I'm a voyeur. I am a voyeur.
TT, why did you cheat?
Look. Go ahead.
TT, when you cheated, did you feel a void or you was just being a whore?
I never cheated before.
So you was being a whore. I get it. What about you, Matt?
I never cheated.
I had him up.
So you was just being a whore. What about you, Shannon?
I've had a motherfucker trapped in the closet before. Would you like to hear that?
Nigga, you over 40 years old. I know you cheated. TT, I know you cheated.
I never cheated on anyone before, so no, I
You
haven't.
got 4 kids. You cheated, nigga.
No, just because I got 4 kids doesn't mean anything.
It does.
No, it don't.
It means you cheated.
Boy, please.
TT, I'm not falling for the banana and tailpipe.
It means she got that good.
Really?
It means she cheated. See, that's how Daryl, that's how the Lord punish you. When you cheat, you pop up pregnant by somebody.
That is not true.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
You're trying to say she 4 times?
You have girls and boys?
No, not all the time. But that's why I say she got 4 kids, so at least one of them is from cheating.
That usually be true. Speaking of that, now that's a segue into why I put this up. So let me read this story to you guys from this lady.
Kind of look like TT.
Really?
She says, my husband came home last week in a worrying state. He asked to talk. This is when he explains to me, I have a mistress and she is pregnant. And she's threatening to tell you everything if I don't send her to Europe. I'd rather you learn it from me than learn it from her. But baby, please forgive me. Now she says, now my problem is that I don't know how to tell my husband that his mistress is a motherfucking lie. Because I know for certain she's lying because my husband is infertile, but he doesn't know it himself. Because if I tell him the truth about his mistress, he gonna know that the same thing is true for our 2 children that are not his. What am I supposed to do? What should she do, y'all?
First of all, that's a good joke because that damn sure ain't real.
It could be.
It can't be.
She
wouldn't know he was infertile before he would.
If you knew how slick bitches was, it very well could be. If you knew just how much men don't go to the doctor and find out if anything is wrong with them, it very well could be motherfucking true.
But now that's my point. She wouldn't know he was infertile.
Yes,
How's she gonna know without him?
Because she know every time she got pregnant, it was by another nigga.
That don't mean he's not fertile though.
She probably knows though, because
she can't know unless he went to the doctor and found out.
But when you're married, you can actually ascertain certain information about a motherfucker that they might not even ascertain for themselves. He might have and never even thought about.
That's my point.
He took it. He might have taken it and don't even know he took it.
Now you're going way too far-fetched. So he took the test and she got the results, and he just forgot he took a test.
Yeah, he wasn't worried about it.
No.
I saw that on Beauty and Black. Have you guys been watching Beauty and Black? So the doctor called with the test results. They were it was a couple, and they're having the trouble getting pregnant. So they've been going to a fertility doctor and all this shit. So they had themselves tested to see if one or both of them have an issue. The doctor calls while the wife is not home, and the doctor tells him what the results are for him and her and says that she's the one infertile. So when she comes home, he's like asking whatever happened, what's going on with the woman. She was like, I talked to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. And then he said that it was him. And he was like, baby, I hope you don't leave me and type shit like that, but it's me. I'm the one that is having a problem. But in actuality, it was her. And she just supported him and gave him love and nurturing. And then that's what it was. They start talking about whether we can adopt or whatever the fuck else. You know what I'm saying? Or we just love each other and we don't have to have any children. So it could happen. It could very well happen. Because you privileged to that information. And if, depending on the person, if you're savvy enough and manipulative enough to be able to tell your mate something without them double checking you, just like a lot of women have been running around with kids, and a man is taking care of the kid thinking that that's his kid. He just trusted the information. A lot of times when women be like, meet some nigga, and in 3 months she start talking about she pregnant, and then he say, how far along are you? Well, yeah, I'm like 2.5 months, but really she 4.5 months. You know what I'm saying? And you can motherfuckers are manipulative. So I can see it being.
We talking about the man not knowing and the wife knowing. You know that was TV, right? You know that ain't how it go, right?
It ain't. Yeah, I can see it still happening though. I can see it happening.
You want to see it happen?
Hell yeah!
Hell, she don't know and he don't know.
Why not?
He the one got to take the test.
Why not? I mean, but that would be hella funny though to sit up for real and have to tell a nigga like that ain't your baby, and neither is these motherfuckers. Nigga, you shooting blanks. Pop, pop, pop.
So that's funny to you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hilarious.
You're a sick individual. That's all.
Now you see why I stab women? See what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
They be needing it.
No, sometimes that's what the fuck y'all. Sometimes that's what the fuck y'all get. Shit, karma is a motherfucker. Ain't no telling what you.
What is we getting karma for? We ain't did nothing wrong.
Because ain't no. Because you've been lying to women all your life. Now you finally get lied to, and the joke's on your ass.
All right, that's a good topic. So, do you think if men were honest, women could handle it?
I think most women, more women than you think. Yes.
Okay, now let me ask you this. If you think men were honest, would they get the same results if they would had they lied?
I think they get better results.
I think they would. Yep.
Like
or better.
Y'all just see, y'all don't even think. Y'all proved us wrong. Y'all proved yourselves wrong earlier. When Daryl was asking y'all if a nigga came to you and was like, hey, I know I'm gonna mess with other people though. So if you wanna mess around, you mess around. Y'all both said y'all really wouldn't mess with him.
That's not.
I didn't say
said
that.
No, Maggie did not say that. And
Maggie's
I said if I was on that type of, I said if I was on that type of time, it would translate to me that we tricking and hoeing.
Hold on, let me ask you this again.
So what did you say,
Maggie? When Daryl said it?
I said if I wanted to deal with him, then I would.
That ain't saying
but
yes.
I wouldn't. But I wouldn't go into it. Listen, I wouldn't go into it wanting a relationship. It'll just be okay. I think you're cool or whatever. So we can do what we do. No, he
just want to mess with other people.
He cannot have a relationship with me and mess with other people.
That's what I just said.
Relationship.
So that's why men lie. Yeah. So y'all just proved my point. Y'all lying because y'all don't think he would get better results. Better results is getting what the hell he asked for. You're not even giving him what he asked for.
How can you want a relationship with me and sleep with
they come with relationships? He wants you to be
That's not a relationship.
His back, huh? You say what?
When I think relationship, I think monogamy.
That's because you stupid. That's not a relationship.
Oh, okay.
That's prison.
Are you okay?
Maggie, a man can have a relationship with 10 different women and treat all y'all good.
That's not true.
How is it not true?
If I can't have you,
we ain't say what you could have. We said what he would do. See, y'all so selfish. Y'all think everything is about y'all. Him treating you good has nothing to do with how you feel or what you want.
We understand that you don't give a fuck about how a motherfucker feel, but I give a fuck about how I feel. So,
but we ain't say you. We said a man could have 10 relationships and still treat all y'all good. But we ain't say how you was gonna feel about it.
No, but you cannot define what treating me good is.
No, you can't define what me treating you good is.
You can't tell me that you didn't think you're treating me good when I'm telling you the things that I want. You're not providing for me. Which is
just because I'm not giving you what you want, don't mean I'm not treating you good.
It absolutely does.
No, that's not what that means.
It means if you're not giving me what I want, you're harassing me. You are
right,
fucking.
Let me talk to somebody with some sense. PT, are you still on here?
That's harassment. Why are you fucking with me if I can't have what I want?
TT.
What's up?
We need you to engage in the conversation. Shannon's not talking like she has sense. We're gonna move to the next person that might have some sense.
Oh, that might have some sense. What type of bull S is that?
I knew it.
He
I
know,
knew it.
he
That's why
know
we need.
right.
That's why we need at least 5 women on here. At least one of y'all might act like y'all got some sense.
I have a lot of Jerome. Don't do that.
This 3 women thing, I just knew we was gonna shoot craps on this one, Daryl. We was shooting for the stars.
Stop playing games. Stop playing games you don't know how to play.
Yeah, they kind of unruly tonight.
That's how these black women are, man. That's why I don't like these colors.
Play silly games, win silly prizes.
Say it again.
That's just saying shit she done heard somewhere. See what I'm saying?
Look, I'm with Jerome. Just answer the fucking question.
Now you see where I be getting it from, don't you? Can't get no questions answered.
We answered all y'all questions. You just don't want to accept the answer.
Rudeness.
Y'all lied in y'all answer though.
Ain't nobody lied. Just
y'all said y'all think you would get better results, knowing damn well what y'all explanation alone showed that he would.
Because like I said, if a motherfucker come up to me talking that shit, it doesn't mean I might not fuck with him. It means that I'm going to fuck with him in a certain kind of way. If you come up to me with that bullshit, I'm gonna give you some bullshit and fuck you, pay me. What you got?
So you like I said, you proving my point then. That's not better than
what I get it. That is. You still even if you tell me the truth, that he gonna get what he want. Either way, a motherfucker gonna do something for it. Yeah, that's what
that's not what he asked you for. He said he wanna be in a relationship with you, but he gonna mess with other women. Are you cool with that?
So you basically the question is, do we agree with polygamy?
No, that ain't what basically is.
Or will we
he's gonna mess with
polyamory?
But he's gonna mess with other women. You're not messing with other men.
That's polyamory. Ain't that polyamory?
No, that's not. No, that's not.
Because polygamy would be you have to get married, but the polyamorous relationships, they not getting married.
Polyamory is just multiple lovers. Literally multiple lovers.
No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about him only messing with other people.
Oh, so you supposed to be so you didn't put that part. That's the caveat. I'm supposed to be messing with you only. I'm exclusive to you, but you're not exclusive to me.
Yeah.
What type of BS?
The difference with me as to if a dude tell me, he can't be faithful or whatever, like the difference would be me cutting your tires, me stabbing you or whatever, because I feel like you play with my emotions. Because if you tell me up front, I'm not gonna feel slighted. I'm gonna be like, okay, I have to take.
Look at God. Knew she was lying. What you saying, T?
He wasn't talking about shit.
Not a damn thing.
Nah, just not what y'all niggas want to hear. Why do y'all, this is a question though. Why do y'all want to be able to run around and have us suppress our feelings about you guys sharing yourself with all kind of other women, but you guys can't accept the same thing, vice versa?
Because we different beings. Y'all ain't us and we ain't y'all. Huh?
Why should you be entitled to fulfill all of your wants?
Because I'm a man and you're a woman.
But I have to suppress all of my wants.
You don't. First of all, you shouldn't even have those type of desires.
I'm giving you all your wants, your desires. What the fuck are you talking about?
Not if at 2:00 in the morning you over there with Keisha and I roll over and I want you to be over here with me.
Like Jerome said, see this where y'all got it fucked up. It doesn't as long
you got it fucked up.
Y'all got some
when that man is with you, and if it's all about you while he's with you and he's treating you well while he's with you, you shouldn't be worried about what the hell he's doing when he's not with you.
I'm not worried about what the fuck he's doing. I'm worried about the fact that I want to see him right now and he can't come see me right now because he's with Shaquita.
See, that's the problem. It's all about what you want. Even the Bible tells y'all it ain't about what you want. Your desire is supposed to be for your husband.
It is, and you ain't there. You with Bonquisha.
It don't matter.
And Shalonda.
Desire him. You don't say your desire is for your husband if he ain't here. You hope they're firing somebody else.
That bitch.
You really liking this one, ain't you? She like, that's how I did my husband.
Yeah, he over there with Pete in them.
Daryl, now you see why the single rate is up. These women are very selfish and they whores.
Yeah, because we gonna be single. Over there with somebody else, we gotta sit up and be single.
But y'all don't have to be single. We can be in a relationship.
No, we're not in a relationship. If I want you, I can't.
Settle for less because y'all want to go out and sleep with everything that's walking. We gotta settle for less.
Y'all worried about what the man is doing when he's not with you?
Because y'all don't never give us no dick when we want it anyway. Y'all don't never give us
no dick when we want it. Their right mind is gonna allow their man to go out and just be with everybody as long as I treat you
what he's doing when he ain't
as long as I treat you good, you should be. No, that's not how that works.
Well, that was the point we was making. These other two women lied and said if men were truthful, then they would get more than they would than if they lied.
Well, not to me.
If I agree with you.
Huh? What'd you say, TT?
No, that don't work with me.
So man should lie to you then?
No, I didn't say they should lie, but I'm just saying, regardless if you're truthful or not, a man gonna be a man regardless. Regardless if a woman is good and she cooks, she cleans, she do whatever she needs to do, a man is gonna be a man and he's still gonna be cheap. Period.
So why do y'all have a problem with it if that's what it's gonna do? It makes no sense.
So
and that's why I'm single because that's exactly why I'm single because men's like I don't settle for just anything. So you're not about to tell me long as that I'm treating you good, I should be able to go out here and do what I want to do. No, that ain't how that rolls.
No, I was just giving you a scenario. I'm not necessarily saying I subscribe to that, but it was just a question. But let's get to what you
Jerome
said. So you feel like all men cheat?
Jerome said you did.
I didn't say all men cheat. I'm just saying.
Girl, you was doing good. Damn it, Jerome. Shit, you ruined, man. I thought we were gonna get through this one together.
Some questions are for just to create dialogue.
I know you ain't gotta explain to these niggas that you ain't no cheater. Fuck them.
I didn't see
Let's get our point across. We gotta explain to these niggas. It ain't like I cheat on my damn wife.
And I'm not a nigga.
What the fuck I call you till I call you something different?
Don't do that. Don't pull up to your house. Don't do that.
Women running y'all mouth like y'all tough around here.
Whatever.
That nigga said you are what the fuck I call you until I call you something. I just stole that with Jerome.
It ain't cute. It's not cute.
You are what the fuck I call you until I call you something different. You hear me?
No, it ain't cute. Jerome, don't make me pull up to your house.
Please pull up.
I stabbed you over here.
And I do too, and you know I do. Keep playing.
He just told a story on how he stabbed a woman. You don't want to pull up to his house.
Say what?
He just told a story before you got on how he stabbed a woman and went to
look at me, that's my family. I know how he get down. He ain't stabbing nothing over here, sweetie.
He ain't
come over here with all that animosity.
Say that to the birds to don't know
you. Violence, ma'am. You might get stabbed now. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
I stab you with love. I stab you in the soft spot.
Mary and Joseph.
But no, they just proved my point, T. That's the same thing I was saying. So my question was, I don't think he was on here yet. Do y'all think a man would get what he wants if he was to be truthful? And Shannon and the other liar said, I think he would get more.
You would.
Then they said he wouldn't get them if he told them that he wanted to be in a relationship with them and other women. So how's that more? Not even getting bare minimum what he asked for.
If you can get me to agree to it, you're going to get more.
But y'all say y'all not going
to agree. I agree.
Even if you and Maggie did agree.
And you won't even
most women aren't going to agree with it.
No one is. Not really. Because why? I told you because women are not like, since y'all want to always talk about the separation and shit, women are not like men as far as our emotions. And jealousy is a real thing. Like, it's okay to admit jealousy, just like men have their jealous ways, women have their jealous ways. At the end of the day, it's almost identically the same thing. You don't want to have thoughts of me being laid on top of and licked all on and kissed and sucked on and ooh by another nigga. Same
but
thing.
we only think of that if we catch
I don't want to imagine it. I don't want to imagine the same shit. Shaquita standing up on you, twerking his shit. I don't want to think about that.
All right, well, let me fix the problem for you, Shannon. This is what y'all should do. TT, write this down, TT. Instead of thinking of that, think of all the shit you gonna do to him when he do come back. Don't think of what the fuck you do. Y'all probably
I'm gonna send him to the clinic.
Think of what you gonna do for him when you do finally see him.
You're right.
And that will cut out all the jealousy in your mind.
I'm gonna think about which clinic I'm sending him to. I'm gonna look
what
at his medical insurance card and see where I could take him for an STD test.
So here's another question: why do women love to exhibit whorish ways and whorish tendencies, but don't want to be viewed as a whore?
Very good question.
Insecure.
Like the group?
Yes.
They insecure because they. Did you hear what he asked you?
I did.
What he asked you? I don't think you understood it.
Insecure.
No, read back what he asked you. I don't think you understood what he was saying.
He didn't write it down, so I'm gonna read it back.
Why do women?
No, I want her to say it because I don't think she understood what you was asking.
Why do women? Go ahead, Daryl.
Why do women exhibit whorish ways and do whorish things, but don't want to be perceived as a whore?
Insecure. You have to be like a Sukiana or a Sexy Red to be able to own your behavior. If you can't own your behavior, then you're insecure because you're worried about what other people are really actually saying and thinking about you.
I don't really think that. I don't see how they can be insecure, but doing whorish things though.
That's what. Yes, you can, because the insecurity is I need to do all of this whorish shit to get any type of attention. I can't sit comfortable in a respectable space and still command the same attention. It's insecurity. It's the same reason like how they get these BBLs and all of that shit. That shit is for whoring. If you want to present yourself as a sex object, it's meant to be fucked. But if you're not trying to fuck it every time somebody look at you and you're feeling offended, then you did it for insecure reasons, not for the reasons it's meant for.
Why they ain't doing it for attention?
It's still insecurity, because you should know that you can get attention being yourself naturally who the fuck you are.
Not really.
But it's an insecurity because apparently you're somewhere out in the world feeling like other women are getting the type of attention that you want and you're not getting it. But then when you get that BBL and, now you got, this and all of this and working and moving around all day long every time you go somewhere, and all the nigga thinking is, ooh, shit, baby, let me hit that. Come here, I'll fuck the shit out you.
But that don't sound like insecurity. That sound like you trying to get what you got to get to get what you want.
It's insecurity, because if you weren't insecure, you would go with your natural self. You wouldn't need those enhancements.
But what I'm saying is, if your natural self isn't getting you what you want, then you do what it takes to get what you want. That don't sound like that's an insecure person.
When you're talking about your body and you feel like you got to literally alter your motherfucking body for the
if you ain't got no good body,
but the acceptance of other people, you are insecure.
It's not acceptance, it's to get what you want. If your goal is to get men to want you,
and you get them to want you, and then now you don't want to be a whore. You don't want to be looked at as a whore. I thought I was getting this for you to want me, and I'm gonna be picked by somebody. But that's not what's happening. Because to enhance your body, a motherfucker is looking at you like you must want sexual attention. So can we have sex?
I know, but what I'm saying, that's not insecurity though.
That's
you trying to get what you thought it took for you to get the men you wanted.
It is. If you can't get the man you want in your natural way, then you are insecure.
No, you just smart. If I know, if
smart.
you know you ugly and ain't got no body, and you put on a ton of makeup and go get a BBL, that don't mean you was insecure. That meant what you was trying at first wasn't working.
Yes, it does. It means you insecure and you can't get what you think you deserve or want with your natural self.
No, they don't.
You got to go look like.
They wasn't not thinking
you
it.
gotta go look like. No, you gotta go look like Lola Falana. It's insecurity, Jerome. And if you think 2 seconds about it while you thinking, I answered too quickly. If you think 2 seconds about it,
listen to what I'm saying. What you saying? I would think it's insecurities for a woman that's already got a body. Hold
on. TT, I put you on mute, not because I don't want you to talk, but you got wind or something blowing in your background.
No, so can't just something nasty over there.
So just unmute when you're ready to talk. But until then, that's why I got you on mute. Because it's like a really distracting noise in the background.
It's almost like if you're trying to get a certain anything, if I'm trying to get something and the way I'm going about it is not getting it, then I need to adjust to the people that's getting what I want. I need to do whatever they're doing to get it. That don't mean I'm insecure because I do whatever it took to get it. It just mean the way I was going about it the first way wasn't getting it. So I obviously need to change it. You saying stay that way and just don't get it at all.
Well, we must not have been meant to have it because God didn't put you in that kind of body to be in that type of arena.
God ain't had nothing to do with your body.
He didn't?
That was your parents. No, he didn't.
Parents? Okay.
God stopped making people.
So then you believe in so you believe in transgenders and all of that shit. You don't believe it's one gender. If I say that, my parents fucking didn't create the person that I think I should have been, I get to go change myself.
No, I don't believe in that. What they got to do?
That's exactly what you're saying. I'm not. You talking about change? You talking about changing your body? That's exactly what you just said right now.
That is not what I said. How you get that out of what I said? I said God ain't had nothing to do with your body. If you had a nice shape, God didn't give it to you. Your genetics gave it to you. God ain't had nothing to do with that.
Okay, so your genetics made you a man and you want to be a woman. So you're agreeing with transgenderism.
How's that agreeing with transgenderism? You just said your genetics made you a man, so you're a man. That's what I agree.
You just said genetics, your genetics made you fine or made you ugly, and you don't like it, so you can go change it.
I didn't say I agreed with it at all. I said it's not insecurity.
It is an insecurity because you don't want to be who the fuck you are and get what the fuck you can get and be good with that. You have to pretend. It's just like wearing makeup. If that's the case, then it's just like always wearing makeup. You don't want to show who you actually are because you don't feel like you're gonna get what you did, who or what your natural self is.
If that's the case, Shannon, that means none of y'all should wear eyelashes. Y'all shouldn't wear weave. Y'all shouldn't do nothing but do y'all regular shit.
Those are not physical alterations.
That is. If you add some fucking hair,
you can unadd it. If I cut off my titties, I can't. If I cut off my titties trying to be a nigga, I can't grow my titties back.
You talking about transgender? You brought that crazy shit up.
What's the difference? What's the difference in getting a BBL? What's the difference? You don't like what you think what you are. You want to be something else. So you go and surgically alter your fucking body to be something that you think you want to be. To get the desired results that you want. So a man wants to be a woman and have the kind of sex women have. So he chops off his penis, takes hormones, so he can lay up with a man like a woman. Instead of just being straight gay.
But that's not the same as what we're saying.
How did we get here with this transgender stuff?
That's Shannon bringing that crazy shit.
What do they got to do with anything?
We talking about makeup and BBLs and stuff like that. We ain't talking about no damn transgender.
Because y'all don't know how to put 1 + 1. If you get what's Daryl?
That ain't 1 + 1.
Just plain, Daryl. If you get if a woman gets a BBL altering her body, to look like something she wants to look like. What's the difference in a man getting a transgender surgery because he wants to look like a woman? What's the difference? This is what they want in their mind to get the desired results that they're looking for. Right or wrong? Same thing. And it's an insecurity and it's a mental illness in some folks because you still don't get what you think you're trying to get. You get something else. That still didn't make sense to you, Daryl, sir?
I still don't know how we got there.
Insecurities.
She's saying it's insecure. That's an insecurity. You putting hair in your head because you putting straight hair in your hair because your shit nappy, and you know you ain't getting the men that you want. Ain't got shit to do with you trying to turn yourself from a woman to a man. That ain't insecure because you think you look better with longer hair.
We wasn't talking about longer hair.
We talking about all of it. Longer hair,
BBL.
Getting a BBL, it's all the same.
No, a woman gets those type of things done because generally and usually, especially in the black women have had a hard time maintaining their hair. It's been years and years and years. Like now, we a lot of them are evolving because it's more about creating product that takes care of black women's hair so that it grows and this and that and that. Back in the day when this shit first started, motherfuckers couldn't deal with it. It was like this shit is just all over the place and you're trying to look kept and proper. So they come up with the press and comb, they come up with these things just to groom themselves. And black hair is extremely difficult. Just because we could say the same thing about you if you wearing a perm. You said it on the show before. I didn't like the texture of my hair and I didn't feel like it grew. But I saw my brother do this whoop and his shit just started swinging in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that. Because I want to tame. So we can't use hair as an example.
No, it's the same thing.
Let's get to something that both of y'all know about. Because what I had in mind when I asked the question was something specific, but I know how scary y'all are, and so sometimes y'all might try to beat around the bush. So let's talk about these domino tournaments, because that's really where I was headed with this. So have you attended the tournament, Shannon, while you was in a relationship and while you wasn't in a relationship?
I'm trying to think. Did I ever go to a tournament while I was fucking with Charlie? Was there a tournament while we was messing around? No, I think if I'm not mistaken, because
that wasn't a relationship anyway.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Because anytime motherfucker want to play stupid games, they gonna win stupid prizes. You're absolutely
okay. So if that was the case,
so I don't recall that I've been in a relationship in my season of domino tournaments.
So if you attended one when you was in a relationship and one that you wasn't in a relationship, do you feel that your get down at the tournament would be different or altered in any way, or is just shits and giggles and all fun and entertainment?
Well, for me, it's still shits and giggles and entertainment because any man that fuck with me know I'm with the shits and the giggles and entertainment. So they're not going to look at me like because we can even use Charles as an example. Charles used to always say, like, my mom and my dad are like that. My dad is wild and my mama is calm and it's cool. Like my dad will do all of this shit and my mama just be like, that's just him having a good time. So he understood. He saw me like that. He was like, shit, I know you just having a good time. So I think if I would have went to a domino tournament and we were still in a relationship, I don't think he would have a problem with it because he'd be like, that's just Shannon being Shannon. So for me, I think I would still be the same because my personality is too big to I just don't even know how to be something else. I don't know how. And I don't even mess with people. Any person that I deal with that don't want me to be me, it ain't gonna last no way. So for me, no. I don't recall, because I know that when I was first playing dominoes online and started seeing tournaments, I was in a relationship, and I was absolutely not allowed to go to no tournament because this motherfucker knows who I am and how I am, and he's not the kind of motherfucker that was with that. You know what I'm saying? His insecurity was, hell nah, you not taking your ass up in there for every motherfucking nigga to be up in your face, because I know they're going to be in your face, and I'm not good with that. And I'm not interested in dominoes, so I'm not even going to go with you. So it was a no-go. So, like I said, if whatever happened between me and him didn't happen, y'all have never even met me, because I'd have never been at a domino tournament, because I'd still been with him, and he wasn't going for that. I played dominoes with y'all online and act a fool online, but that would have been the extent of it. So for me, but I would think that, but see, even though we talk a lot of shit, I talk a lot of shit and flirt a lot and everything, I have not been to a domino tournament where any man disrespected me. Like, ain't nobody just came running up and smacked me on my ass. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what you mean. Now, if you mean that domino tournaments mean that just because you go to a domino tournament, you around that motherfucker hoeing, then I mean that's up to the perception, each person's perception. So what's the point? Because because domino community is domino dating. A lot of people is dating. Motherfuckers looking for love. What's the point of the question?
It was what it was. You answered.
But I can see that if you've been running around doing a bunch of shit and then you get a man, you probably would try to change, because you don't want him to think, if you really been out there hoeing and fucking everything moving, of course I would think, yeah, you probably would sit up and act like sitting in a corner and act like a church mouse. I can see that.
Hold on, say that again a little slower.
I could
not that slow. you say you could see if the woman was hoeing?
If she was running around hoeing, yeah.
If she was hoeing, then you can see her not going to tournaments?
I can see her either not going, or if she do go, kind of slink into a corner like a church mouth, like be on her best behavior, and absolutely probably wouldn't even hardly, like, you know how we all, when we see each other at tournaments, is hug everybody, hug, hey, good to see you, hug. Mm-hmm. She might cut that shit off.
Now, is this the man knowing she was hoeing?
I think that would be whether. If he knew she was hoeing, this would be my question, because I don't even know how to answer that. If he knew she was hoeing, would he even want to go to a domino tournament with her?
Mm-hmm. But this is my question to you ladies.
Now you're getting somewhere.
You got something there?
Nah, but I'm saying now she cooking.
So listen, I've talked to several women in the domino community, and every one of them, when they got a man, they knew man would have somewhat of a problem with them playing domino with guys.
Because it's too many men.
Now,
there's too many men.
So either the women need to stop going, or they agree to stop going, or whatever the case. Now, my thing is, I always tell them, I say, oh, no, don't mess with him. I say, yeah, that ain't going to work. And they don't listen, and sure enough, it don't work, whatever the case may be. But I'm trying to figure out, why do y'all women deal with men? That's a sign of insecurity. First of all, if you was going to these domino tournaments or you play dominoes with these guys and you ain't been messing with none of them, why would he think once you done got with him, now you're going to start fucking other niggas in the domino community? That's an insecurity, and that's a red flag. First of all, men ain't normally insecure like that. And normally if a man is insecure like that, then he'll get violent. Now, I'll be joking about getting violent with y'all, but a nigga that will get jealous of you just going to a event where men gonna be?
True. That's
in public with a bunch of other people?
Yeah, that's the truth.
Then that's care. A super red flag, and you shouldn't deal with him.
You shouldn't.
Okay, so let me ask Shannon this. This is a question for you, for a woman. Yeah. So let's just say, and this is all hypothetical, let's just say you attended these tournaments and there were stories about you or surrounding you or whatever. I don't know if they're true. I don't know if they're false, but there was just these stories about you and how you get down when you at these tournaments. Okay, now you have a man, and the man, let's just say he's in the community and he knows these stories or whatever he's heard because people talk, and he holds that against you, or he's just like, hell no, because I know. Now, do you feel like that man has a right to have some kind of trepidation about you going to the tournament, or should he just be okay if you say, well, shit, I was grown, I'm a single at the time or whatever, I was moving how I was moving, but that ain't necessarily, what I'm on now because I'm with you. Like, how would you handle that situation?
You just handle it, right? Just like that. Fuck them. Because if you start a relationship with me, whether there are rumors that are true or not, it's all about what we're doing from this point forward, and do you trust me? Because we all have a past. How you going to make this part of my past any more important than any other part of my past? I was single. Do what the fuck I want to do. So, and you were single up until you met me and decided you want to fuck with me, and you were doing what you want to do. So, am I supposed to hold it against you if we go to an arena that you've been dwelling in, and you may have tapped 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 of these hoes? Am I, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of goes vice versa. But if that's how you coming for me, and you want to believe or worry about what's in the streets, I'm not the one for you, because I'm not the one to even ask this goddamn question, because I am a personality. I've been entertaining for years, so that's something that comes with me in the first place, that I'm going to be popular, whether I like it or not, whether I try to or not. It's just what it is in my life. So if you come into my life, you know who I am and how I am. You would have to ask yourself as a man, are you strong enough to deal with that? Do you trust me enough and love me and want me enough? And if not, just kick rocks, like, in no harm, no foul. See you later, bye-bye. Because it is a jealousy and it is an insecurity, because that's why I'm saying my ex was very jealous and insecure when it came to me. And it was from day one, but I didn't really, like I said, I was way younger than them, and I was one of the first motherfuckers that will admit, red flags all in my face, and I never acknowledged them. I was in that headspace where, this motherfucker never do this to me. All that goofy shit. I'm guilty. Check. And just like Jerome said, a person with that kind of mentality is violent, and that's what ended our relationship. You see what I'm saying? If he hadn't been so jealous to the point that he got violent, because it wasn't that all of it was jealousy. Some of it was, how some of y'all be when y'all get out there and y'all be doing something y'all ain't got no business. Then you want to come home and you want to act all tough to prove that you ain't been doing nothing. I mean, I don't know what that psychosis is about, but that's real. But had he not gotten violent, me as his woman and knowing how he is, I would respect him. Like I said, I was playing dominoes for 4 years or so before I ever came out to a tournament, not because there wasn't no tournaments that was being held. The first tournament that I saw my people on was in Vegas, down the street from me. I literally can hop right here on this goddamn 15 and just go straight to the goddamn casino. We'll be there in 10, 15 fucking minutes, literally. Jerome, I'm looking at Kurt, all on the news in Vegas, and I'm in Vegas, but I can't come because I know if I try to take my ass to a goddamn tournament, it's one or two things gonna happen. I'm gonna get my ass beat before I get out the door, or I'm gonna get my ass beat in the casino because he's gonna come find my motherfucking ass and act a plum fucking fool.
Oh, what you should have did so you can get arrested. You'd have been out the relationship. There you go. Bam.
Well, fuck it. I got arrested.
Take one for the team. Take that ass whooping.
I did take one for the team. I got arrested and got out the relationship.
I know that's right. And that on top of that, Daryl, if you purposely mess with a girl and she's a known whore, or at least that's the rumors around, and you mess with her anyway, nigga, you accepting anything else that come with it. It's like, how you gonna have a problem even if she cheated or something? It's like, nigga, you knew she was a hoe when you got with her. I'm trying to figure out who purposely messed with a hoe and then want her not to act like one. That's crazy. Matter of fact, ladies, if you know you're a hoe and a man, quit laughing there. I'm trying to get this out. Ladies, if you know you're a whore and a man is willing to mess with you, that's a red flag. Do not mess with that man. That nigga is a killer.
Yeah, he is.
He will kill you. Don't no man won't know hoe, y'all. We might mess with one, but we will never wife up one purposely unless we have a certain mental problem.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Kind of like the same scenario, but different circumstances. Because Shannon, when she brought up the point, she was like, well, you know, if I go somewhere with you and, you know, am I worried, excuse me, am I worried about, or should I be concerned about, oh, he possibly hit this person, hit that person, hit that person? No. So, and that's why I say, normally myself, I'm just speaking for myself, I normally don't date in social circles, meaning when I say social circles, where it's common, you know, friends and common people that I'm socializing with because of something like that. Because my thing is like going to somewhere where you don't know nobody and she could have been with this person, or she might see her ex or something. That's normal. That can happen. But do you feel, I mean, just personally speaking, would you want to be in a social circle where people know you, they know her, and have a nigga or two niggas or three niggas like, oh, he with her? Shit, I know what that head feel like. I know what that pussy feel like. I smashed his bitch. Whatever. He don't even know. He parading her like she the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you want to be in that situation?
Me?
How would you know you in that situation? Is the men walking up to you telling you that they smashed your girl?
Because I just said you know about it. If you've heard about it or found out about it after the fact or whatever, after you start messing with her or whatever, you don't think you would feel some kind of way?
You shouldn't, because if you already know or think you know and you still mess with a motherfucker, what kind of psycho shit is that?
Well, I think Daryl's saying he don't really have a problem with her messing with that many men, whatever amount that was. But it's the point of being around those men in that setting, knowing that they all have smashed this girl or did some stuff with this girl. It wouldn't bother me, Daryl. Okay. But I'm sure it bothers most men. It wouldn't bother me though. Hell, I hang out with shit, my girl's exes. It wouldn't bother me. That nigga shoot ball and we going to shoot ball. He can go shoot. Your baby daddy shoot ball, or you know. But my whole family like that though. So we don't care. We always been cool with. We cool with whoever want to be cool.
You can put that in any kind of scenario too, because you can also put that and say you got a girl and she got two baby daddies. You knew she had two baby daddies. You knew she had two baby daddies, and y'all wind up being in the same circle somewhere because he do something that y'all do, and he done slid all up in it and did whatever he wanted to do with it. So
yeah, I don't think that's the same.
Are you insecure?
No, I don't think that's the same. Yeah, I don't think that's the same because somebody having kids with somebody or I mean, I've been in that situation. I have 3 kids, and my kid's mother got with somebody else, and she had a fourth child, whatever. And me and him was cool. Like that's not the same. I'm not talking about that. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about shit. If you got with somebody, you already got feelings for them, you rocking with them, you hear these stories, and now you feel some kind of way about that environment.
Hearing stories, so would you ask her if the stories are true or not before you start just believing everything motherfuckers is saying? Or are we just letting other people dictate our lives?
I mean, you got a point there. You got a point.
Well, let's say you asked her and she said, yeah. So are you saying, would you have a problem going in these settings? Or would you not want her to go in these settings no more? It's like I said, it wouldn't bother me.
It would depend on your level of security. Like if you fucking with her and all you thinking about as long as she ain't fucking with you niggas no more, I don't give a damn.
See, Daryl,
but then if you
all you gotta do is get your mind to thinking all women are hoes anyway. So I mean, then you wouldn't even mind because it's like, all right, well, she's bound to then fuck 2-3 niggas up in there anyway.
Right.
Like she
go to Walmart, I guarantee we're gonna see one of her exes or somebody.
The motherfucker is sexy. You know what I'm saying?
They're all whores anyway.
I liked her. I liked her. I know somebody else motherfucking liked her ass.
That's another one of my thoughts. That's how I be thinking.
Like shit. That's what I'm saying. A motherfucker is not a motherfucking what they call that shit a monolith. A motherfucker just done landed on Plymouth Rock and nobody never touched her. All in the pilgrimage.
Now this is the difference though, Daryl. Or even if I found out they did it before I started messing with her, I wouldn't mess with her though. I definitely wouldn't be with her.
So what if you was messing with her and then found out?
As long as it ain't I'll probably keep messing with her, but nah. Now if we're in a relationship and I'm loving you and all this already, then I don't care. But if I'm just messing with you and I just like you though, nah, I'm just gonna be messing with you, but you're a hoe to me.
Okay, and I see I can respect that. Shit. Don't be mad at me if I still want to mess with you, but I think you got hoish ways. Shit.
And that is hoish. I mean, it's not the fact that she messed with 3 different dudes. It's you messed with 3 different dudes in the same, little setting. That's what hoes do.
Right.
You don't know, a woman
community dicks and sharing dicks and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you've been ran through is what we normally say.
And that's been the I think that was always been the stigma for certain domino tournaments in the first place. I think that's what
don't get off.
I think that's why a lot of motherfuckers wanted to come. Because the rumors was attractive. I'll be one of them. Shit, you think I didn't hear about all the hoeing ass rumors? I'm going to hoe too. I specifically told motherfuckers like I'm going to Dallas to get my titties sucked.
Yeah, that's what the women would say. That's why I called them. That's where I got it from, Daryl.
No cap. I'm single. I can do what the fuck I want. I ain't hurting nobody. I'm not lying to nobody at home. Do what the fuck I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't make women like they used to, Daryl.
They don't make men like they used to either.
You know what I'm saying? Never hold accountability for themselves.
Y'all niggas don't never hold nothing.
What's up, Mag and TT?
It's only
you hoes y'all got something to say?
We in this together. We all together.
Oh shit! I'm having fun tonight. Jerome on one tonight.
Hey.
Oh, that's funny, Daryl.
Got something to say. Shit, you heard the man.
That's funny, Daryl.
It's very funny.
To you.
Jerome erased my shit.
What you have?
You erased my shit.
What you put in there? I ain't erased nothing. Unless I did it on accident. You might have to stroll up some.
I just did. I didn't see it. It's okay.
No, I didn't see that. Is that a question?
Uplifting too.
Maggie, do you agree with this statement?
Shit, what y'all act like y'all hate hoes? Everybody love a hoe.
I hate them.
Hoes can get money and shit before the woman you trying to talk about you love. You want her to love you for free, but you
I
a
don't know
fuck up.
I don't know the
Yeah, you gotta
statement
pay
that
her.
was made, but I'm probably not gonna be able to talk for about another 30 to 40 minutes because I'm about to get off. So.
Oh, okay. But nah, on the serious note, Shannon, I hate a whorish woman. Always have since I was a kid. I can't stand a whorish woman, man. I won't even mess with one, no matter how bad she is.
So what do you constitute as a whorish woman?
A woman, like we were just talking about, a woman that just sleep. If you sleep with 3 men in a year, that's a hoe to me for a woman.
How about we ask
Matter of fact, 2, tell you the truth. Unless you just broke up with a nigga in October and you slept with a guy in January and it didn't work that long, and then you sleep with somebody in December. That's the only time you can sleep with 2 men in 1 year, and I ain't gonna say you're a hoe. You gotta be a January and a December. But if you sleep with 2 niggas within 9 months, nah, you're a hoe to me. That's just nasty. One a year is nasty. Who was that?
So
Who was that on the show?
When a man is having sex with, like y'all say, y'all gonna have a bunch of women and the women supposed to be faithful. That's not supposed to be nasty. And why a woman should keep an STD kit on hand at all times with you niggas.
Say that again.
Vice versa. You don't see that as the same thing when a man says something like, "Oh, baby, I don't, I want to fuck with you. We cool. We can be cool or whatever. But I'm messing with other women." So you running around with a Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, Shaquita, Bonita, and Lakeisha.
No, that ain't
that's not nasty because you bringing all them hoes. You bringing all them hoes back to your so-called mainstay. No. And you don't. And when you're with your main woman, you don't know who all them hoes done fuck while you wasn't with.
But them. You don't have. If you doing that, you don't mess with them raw.
Raw. What about crabs? What about motherfucking?
You catch crabs by using the toilet.
What's that other shit? What's that other shit? What's the
herpes?
Herpes. What about all that? What about
you
all
catch herpes by kissing your grandma?
And motherfucking babies are not 100% guaranteed not to be made just because you had on a rubber.
Well, that's what we're gonna try to use.
So it's nothing is foolproof.
If it ain't guaranteed, then you can't guarantee it.
Unless you take a STD test every time you go back to your main woman, you are being nasty.
No.
I mean, you still nasty even if you don't, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can get STD from your woman.
We're not talking about all that hypothetical.
You can get an affection from your woman.
No, we're not talking about that hypothetical deflection.
That's what you just said. You said if I use a condom, I still get a disease.
You got 5 women side bitches and a main chick, and you running around fucking all them, and she gotta deal with what you got on you.
But I said you
come home to her, protection. But you don't even know who each one of your hoes is fucking. So if each one of your hoes got two niggas, that's 10 extra. That's 5 extra motherfuckers. So you bringing 10 motherfuckers back to her while she's sitting there twiddling her thumbs like, I can't wait for your mom to come home. I ain't seen him.
You being hypothetical too. I said he used a condom. You said no.
Thursday is my day. First of all, I don't believe no motherfuckers use condoms 100%. Sex and intimacy get too motherfucking hot and bothered if you fucking with somebody, especially for a period of time. The rubbers and shit fly the fuck away, and that's bullshit if you tell me anything different.
But see, you talking about a relationship.
You in a relationship with 6 motherfuckers.
He in a relationship with you. He just
he in a relationship with them too.
No, he just in a relationship with you. No, he ain't in no relationship with them. He might spend a night every now and then, but he ain't in a relationship.
Okay, little nasty.
He in a relationship with you. See, the difference would be you'll know about the other ones. The other ones wouldn't probably know
in
about
a situation like you know you're not using rubbers because the proof is the 10 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that you would have been dipping and diving from one motherfucker to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Up, giving them the love below from the other motherfuckers.
You don't do it.
So that it. Jerome, go ahead, Jerome.
But yeah, that could happen too. You can give them a disease, but just like I said, and a woman can give you a disease.
Breathing on you, I know, because hose is a disease. A woman is just a disease.
I'm talking about the girl. I'm talking about the good girl. She might have an infection. She could have a UTI.
Yeah, that she got from you while you was looking, because you brought that motherfucking shit from
that ain't what I'm talking about.
Yes,
she can just have a UTI.
Having sex with other women and all of that, and coming from a man causes all of that. All of
we
that.
ain't talking about all that. We talking about he can get something from her being the clean girl,
all of that,
not doing nothing. So a man can't get a disease from a woman that ain't.
I didn't say a man can't get a disease from a woman, but she ain't gonna get no disease from a woman that ain't fucking nobody but you.
That's my point. That's what I was asking before you interrupted me. So if you have a UTI,
is not a disease. A UTI,
but it can turn into one if he get an infection from you and don't get the infection cured.
How a UTI turned into an infection again?
If a man get the UTI from you,
how he get a UTI from you? A urinary tract infection.
Huh?
A urinary tract infection. Let's look up how you get a urinary tract infection, because that has to do with your system, what you drinking, what you eating, shit like that.
A whole bunch of different shit for y'all.
Well, we're gonna find out, because you know
what I'm saying. If I have sex with a woman with a UTI, I can get an infection.
We about to find out,
guys. Let me just spell this. UTI is in a urinary tract. Unless you're poking her in her urinary tract, you cannot get a yeast infection or any UTI or any type of infection from her.
Yeah, you can.
You can get a yeast infection, but that's because you're having vaginal sex. But you cannot get a UTI.
Got a yeast infection, and I get an infection.
No,
one of it was then I get an infection from a woman that's not having sex with somebody else. That was my point.
But a yeast infection is not something that's always sexually transmitted. A yeast infection can come because I'm drinking too many
always. My question is,
or wear
too
tight underwear
get an infection from a woman that's not having sex with anybody else?
A UTI is not an STD, is what we're saying.
You know that.
So you're not getting it. If she has a urinary tract infection, you're not getting that from her. If you have sex with her, that's not going to give you a UTI.
Okay, well let's go with the one Maggie said. If she have a yeast infection.
Yeah, so the girl you messing with got a yeast infection, and you come fuck your woman, she gonna have a yeast infection.
Shannon, would you stop doing that dumb shit and stay with the question? If your woman has the yeast infection, can the man get an infection from having sex with her?
Yeah, and give it to your other 5.
Now, quit bringing other people into it. Just stick with what I'm saying. So, if he get an infection from her and don't get his infection cured, because men don't always have the symptoms, then that can turn into something worse that would turn into a STD.
So you trying to say that a yeast infection has an evolutionary period to where it goes from a yeast infection?
That's what anything. That's what any infection. If you don't get the infection,
chlamydia, to trichomonas, to gonorrhea, to syphilis, like a yeast infection untreated. You believe?
And the man, once the man get infected, is what I'm talking about.
No, Jerome. A yeast infection is just a yeast infection. If you can withstand the itching, it will go away on its own. It's an unbalanced.
But you just said a man can get an infection from
because it's yeast, and if you get yeast on you, it's going to make you have the itchies, And if you go have sex with another woman, she gonna be itching.
But the man, if the man get an infection, he don't get it on the outside.
It's not gonna.
It's not going
to. He's not gonna get. But it's not gonna evolve into chlamydia, trichomonas, and whatever.
So where
still just a yeast. It's just a yeast infection. Those are a different type of bacteria infection. They're different because if they were all the same, they would just be named one thing, right?
Who said they was all the same?
Just because somebody gives you trichomonas doesn't mean that your panel is going to come back with chlamydia and gonorrhea. Just because you have gonorrhea doesn't mean you're going to also have trichomonas and chlamydia. They're all their own different infections, so it just depends on what the person that you engaged with was infected with. Because if I'm not mistaken, you catch HIV but never catch any other STD. So I mean, like, they all their own separate things, depending on what that person got. What you gonna get? You looking it up? Sex ed on the Pastor and the Sinner tonight. Sex ed 101 for 50-year-olds.
What's the question?
There ain't one no more.
What are you supposed to be looking up?
I don't want to talk about nobody.
Constance says men get yeast infections on their own, just like women.
Wait.
And she also says a hoe is someone who is exchanging favors for money, technically.
Oh, that's how you justify it.
I ain't justifying. I'm just reading comments, sir. A hoe is a hoe is a hoe. I think once we've all, because if by definition, looking for your certain someone, if you don't find one in 10 years, I think we all would be classified a hoe at some point in time, right? I mean, except for Maggie. She's the only woman I know who be holding on when there's a part of you that's going wrong, and that's no lie.
Pastor to sing the karaoke around this motherfucker.
Man, I'm telling you, if they wouldn't flag me every time for music, I would have been motherfucking doing karaoke on this bitch. At least in the very beginning while we wait. Like, I'm seeing y'all some Adele tonight. I've made up my mind. No need to think it over if I'm wrong.
But yeah, it says a man can't catch from a woman with a yeast infection. And it's basically like a STD. They got to get treatment and all that type of stuff. It don't just go away.
What kind of treatment do you get for a yeast infection? That is over-the-counter treatments? Over-the-counter treatments?
Hell no. I'm sure. Let me see what it said.
You can do over-the-counter. I don't know what they do for men, but I know for women, they have over-the-counter. There's also prescriptions, but.
We know y'all got over-the-counter because y'all walk around with infections all the time. Y'all just nasty.
You just nasty.
No, we actually go get checked, and men don't.
Men don't.
Men are carriers, and women go to the doctors and actually find out that they have.
You're not carriers.
Y'all don't care about your. You don't care about your health enough.
Carriers,
go get checked. Yes, you are. You're carriers, just like HPV. Men are carriers. Y'all can't even test to see if you got it.
Got what?
HPV.
The fuck is
the
that?
virus that causes cervical cancer in women.
What does it stand for?
Human papillomavirus.
And what is it causing, y'all?
And it's just recent. What is it, Maggie? The
It
last 10
causes
years?
cervical cancer in a lot of. It's like the majority of cervical cancers, probably like 80% of cervical cancers in women are
What is
caused
it in a
by
man?
that virus. It's called HPV.
But what is it though? I know what
It's a
HIV is
virus.
called, but I can explain what it is.
I just told you, human papilloma. It's a virus. What you want me to say?
I mean, but what kind
It's
of
a virus that causes
The flu is a virus.
It's sexually transmitted.
It
I'm not.
causes it.
I don't know what
It
you're
What'd you
talking
say?
about.
HPV?
Yes.
And
It
I
can
think
cause
some
warts, genital warts. It can
Let me
cause
see
genital warts. It's not herpes. That's HSV. I
It's
said
the same thing.
HPV, and I'm not going to educate you no more. No, it's not. It's two different things.
It's a different type of warts. What you think the difference between the two are? That is a disease expert.
The difference is it's a different virus, just like the coronavirus,
No.
like any other virus.
What do you think the difference in it? What are the differences?
Well, in the herpes virus, you can't get cervical cancer. It doesn't cause cervical cancer, for one.
How you know that?
There are several different types of HPV viruses. Some are more harmful than others. Most of them go away on their own. But some of them, if they're not treated, will lead to cervical cancer. They can lead to throat cancer. What's his name that had throat cancer that was caused by HPV? And he ended up dying. I don't know if I think, yeah, he died. I think he died from it.
Oh,
He was a famous actor.
Patrick Swayze. Wasn't it Patrick Swayze?
I forgot who it was, but it was a white man, but he had throat cancer and he got it from HPV, from going down on a woman who had HPV.
Oh, wow. Well, allegedly, I don't know. Let me not say. We probably need to look it up because but it sounds like, I don't know why Patrick came to my mind. Because I think it was something like that.
Yeah, it was one of them, but I think he ended up dying from it.
Patrick Swayze definitely.
But yeah, it caused throat cancer. And you can get it from eating booty.
It must not be Patrick Swayze because I think you would remember him if it was him. I'm trying to think because it sounds like I can picture it being somebody.
I just looked it up. It's not Patrick Swayze. It was Michael Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the Green Mile?
No, that's Tom Hanks.
No, I mean the black man. He did too.
No, that's Michael Clark Duncan.
That's Michael Clark Duncan.
And who you say? Michael Douglas?
Yeah. So I googled it. It says actor Michael Douglas's announcement that he was diagnosed with throat cancer caused by HPV. And it's just somehow how to help raise awareness, but they was basically saying,
I didn't know he died.
Michael Douglas, oral sex, and HPV. Yeah,
dirty motherfucker. I didn't know he died. It's one of my favorite white actors.
You didn't even know. You thought he was black.
No, I thought you were talking about Michael Duncan, whatever his name.
For a nigga that love eating pussy like myself, that's scary.
Especially these hoes out here.
Michael Douglas ain't died. It can't be Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas is dead.
I just googled.
He died at 80 years old.
Michael Douglas died. It say age 80 years.
Oh yeah, he ain't dead.
He not dead.
Well, he might not have died, like Maggie said, but he did. He did.
Oh, okay. Let's take that off that man. Yeah, okay. He didn't die, but he did contract blah 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 blah.
Yeah, okay. She put death on him.
Okay. I'm like, man, that's one of my favorite white people.
I said I think he died.
No, you claim he did, Maggie. You's a dirty
one. But my bad, he didn't die. I didn't want to wish that on him. But the fact remains, you can get throat cancer and cervical cancer from human papillomavirus. And the fact that y'all don't know what it is disturbing. And y'all out here sleeping with
you know what it is disturbing.
Sexually
like it's
educated.
We don't know these goals.
Sexually educated. That's all I want you to do. Women get tested for HPV when they go get their pap smears. What about you men?
We don't get pap smears, nigga.
But you should go get checked.
Checked on what?
When you're such an expert on herpes and all this other shit, that means because you've had it. Look,
exactly. Okay. You just a woman, Maggie.
And that just means
that you had herpes. That means you still have it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all not educated.
Don't believe that.
I had it. You still got it.
Don't believe that.
What is this video? What is this video? Shannon?
This Jerome sent this to me.
Did I? What's this about?
You sent it to me, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it's about.
We can just play it then. Fuck it. I'll just play it.
Because tough love Maggie is getting on my goddamn nerves.
We can fuck around and find
walking disease, Maggie.
I'm saying this because I love you. I'm saying this because I love you. I have known.
Maggie got that package.
I get it, and I truly appreciate it. I know where you're coming from. I know why you're being. I know why you're being. I know why you're being so stern and hardcore about it. So
you know nothing about diseases since you got this new man.
And she's right, man. Because you're a woman. Man, we need to do better.
A woman's job is in the kitchen.
Look, if you want a woman that's gonna cook all the time, you need to go find one.
I ain't seen you this one, Shannon.
Yes, you did, Jerome Woody.
What's your problem?
Why do I have to cook all the time?
Because you're.
Check your messenger and look at. Yeah, in messenger. I think that's messenger.
Check again.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
Unless I sent it to you a couple weeks ago.
No, you sent it. I'm about to show it to you. Look.
Who does the cooking in your house, Jerome?
Who you think?
Because you don't look like you could boil hot dogs, my nigga.
I can boil it. I wouldn't dare. I cook breakfast. My wife cooks dinner.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife don't get up early enough to cook breakfast.
He is a big.
So when we first met, I told her, "I'll cook the breakfasts. You cook the dinners."
I knew this nigga was half simp, half man.
No, you know what it is?
You better not ever talk to me about none of that shit ever again. You up there cooking breakfast like that nigga in Baby Boy. Shit.
Well, listen, actually, my wife didn't eat breakfast. So me cooking it every day made her start eating breakfast. My wife didn't wake up to 12 o'clock.
Baby, how you want your eggs? I can hear
you. No, listen.
Baby, you want grape or strawberry jelly? Orange juice or apple juice, baby?
Now I'm a sip because I'm nice to my wife.
You a half sip, half man, nigga. You ain't all sip. You just half. You a sip in the morning, nigga.
I'm nice to my wife now. I'm sipping.
If I would have said it, you would have said some shit like that. This nigga there
goddamn stupid. You ain't me.
They do as I say, not as I do.
You've been showing simp tendency. I ain't never shown.
Yeah, first you see his first instinct, Shannon, when I asked the question, he was like, "Who the fuck you think?" He tried to put his man voice on, and then he was like, "Let me go ahead and tell the truth. Let me go ahead and tell the truth."
You gotta think
He's
about
gonna start yelling in a minute.
I cooked breakfast and she cooked dinner. He tried to whisper
because breakfast doesn't. It doesn't require any ingredients. You just putting some bacon in the oven and stuff like that. That ain't nothing. That ain't really cooking.
And what make
you gotta put stuff together and all that? That's cooking. So I think
what make it even more simple because he said. What make it even more simple, Shannon? Because he said, "My wife don't get up early enough." In other words, nigga, you get your ass up early, and you make sure you get that motherfucking breakfast going. So when she do get up,
like what she say, too.
That breakfast is ready.
Up to motherfucker.
Yeah, you done rubbed off on me.
That's good to know. Oh my boy up in that kitchen about 6 in the morning, whipping up the pancakes.
Whip it hard.
Hey, you know what's funny too?
It be rubbing her feet while she eating.
Because I fix my white plate. When she cooks, she don't fix my plate.
Okay. Now we talking.
As a matter of fact, now let's start cooking.
Now we open it up.
Noticing it, yeah. I'm glad you brought this to my attention. What?
Your simplest ways.
Some shit finna change around here.
You niggas started to analyze
this. You know what? As high as eggs is, I'm finna throw them motherfuckers away. More breakfast is up in here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, some shit finna change.
She must not be there.
Oh, she ain't here.
You know he can't even do the show when she at home. He can't even open that laptop.
Right. He getting loud because she was in there.
He can't answer his phone neither.
Go crazy.
He like get real feminine.
Right.
Go crazy.
I'm about to throw them away. I'm about to do all this shit. Yeah, it sounds good when the house is empty. Shit.
Let's play some of my guy. So before Jerome get mad at us.
Fuck Jerome getting mad. He ain't gonna. That nigga can't get mad. All the shit he talk. If you talk a lot of shit, nigga, you gotta know how to take the shit too. Nigga.
Hey man, listen. That's just like you saying I'm sick because I do the barbecuing.
No, barbecuing. That's a man's thing. Don't no woman need to touch no grill. Don't no woman need to touch no grill.
Breakfasts. men always make the best eggs.
Yeah, we do.
No.
Who the hell is this nigga?
No. I make the best eggs. This a nigga talking, so I don't even know where he added it.
He just said the whole thing, but no.
I thought that was Umar Johnson. Yeah, what's that nigga name?
That's who I thought it was first time I saw it.
When I glanced at him, I was like, who the hell?
Yeah, well, we can talk about him and his daughter again.
I don't know about that. What happened?
So his daughter came online. She's 22 years old. She said he's never been in her life. And she said, I didn't want to come to social media about this, about you being a deadbeat, but I want to get in touch with my sister that's by you.
Damn.
And you've been ignoring me. Well, me and most folks thought she said he'd been ignoring her. But she actually said he ignored her after she asked him for her sister's number or something like that. You got unmuted, Shannon.
I am. I was just letting you finish because it's one of them ones where it just runs, so it's gonna cycle around anyway. But this is the second one. This is not the first one. This is her response to his response. Because she said he sent him a thing. So go ahead.
Out to your daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch? You're a fraud. You're a hypocrite. You are everything that you say that you aren't. And you got on live responding to me, talking about some struggle stream, talking about some, oh, I'm known in North Philly. If y'all needed to find me, y'all could have found me. What what do I have to find you for, sir? When you're my dad. Right? Like, now you want to have a talk because I outed you. Hold black. Y'all, this is what my dad responded to me. Good evening, princess. Although I am very disappointed in your online behavior, I want to have lunch with you and your mother next Thursday or Friday. Please have her text me the day, time, and location for our meeting. You deserve to hear all of the truth from us together. We have much to discuss. I look forward to building the relationship with you that she never allowed us to have. With love, your father. So you decide to reach out to me because I outed you. You had all this time, you had all these chances to reach out to your daughter, but because I outed you on social media, now you want to sit down for lunch?
Disrespectful wench. So a lot of people, Daryl, been on her side saying, yeah. Well, one thing I've noticed, people that don't like him is really on her side.
Right.
Now, I don't particularly like him, but I'm not on her side. A lot of folks were saying, well, he's the dad. He shouldn't have went back at her online. He should have did this and did that. First of all, I don't think he actually went back at her the way they making it seem like he went back at her. And then a lot of folks were saying, well, why he want the mama to be there? This your daughter, just meet up with her and all that. It's like, no, because obviously you gotten a story from your mama as to why I wasn't in your life. So, like he said, I got the proof and all this. So bring your mama with you. So all the lies that she can be confronted on all the stuff you said that you think why I wasn't in your life. And then I was thinking, like she was saying, why I got to reach out to you? Why you ain't reaching out to me? And my thoughts was, well, he probably didn't have your number. That's what I was waiting on her to say. Because I'm like, if he ain't talked to you in all these years, why would he have your contact information?
Why is she so mad? She acting like some shit happened yesterday. Like she just like this happened yet. You know how in the moment something happened and you mad and I'm about to go live and you in full mode. Like she in full mode. Like that shit just happened yesterday. Bitch, you 22.
Yeah, I mean, this to me, this is just a classic case of the times we live in and somebody just clout chasing and wanting to be heard and seen and talked about. Because the bottom line is, you know, you're saying, okay, he could have reached out to you, true enough, but bringing this to the internet is ridiculous. Somebody had that man's number, somebody whatever, call him, and if he don't pick up, you got a whole voicemail that you could have said that same shit on and let him have it if you wanted to on his phone where only he could hear it. Like, you getting on here and now you trying to drag this man, ruin his reputation because you know he's a public figure or whatever. Like I said, regardless if you agree with him, like him, don't like him, that's not the point. This shouldn't have been on social media.
And
it was
just what he said. He said his number been the same for 20 years.
Emotional blackmail.
So that's he said, he said the same thing. He said, my number been the same for 20 years. You can't say you've been trying to reach me. And my number been the same for 20 years. And I speak in Philly all the time. And I go to graduations and all this, you know, speak at graduations.
Exactly. Sometimes, like Kendrick said, sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. If you had that kind of problem with that man and you wanted to confront that man, you wanted that man to hear you, you know, I mean, this, like I said, this man has speaking engagements. This man is not hard to find. Pop up and be like, hey, what's up? I've been trying to, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Then he got to run from you. He got to duck and dodge and get his security to whatever. But that is not the case. You chose to bring this to the internet. And like I said, I think it's just merely because in today's time, whether it's negative or positive publicity, people just want the publicity.
That's what he said. He said she was a struggle streamer trying to get clout off of his name. That's why she went to him. And I agree with him.
Because now what she can do in turn after doing this, there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 podcasts that want to hear her story and will pay her for that now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And she knows that. She's not dumb. She knows how this works. Like you said, like Jerome said, there's a lot of people that, you know, don't like this man. There's people that like him regardless, but people want to be like, they want the juice, they want the tea, they want the gossip. And now by her setting this in motion, who knows who's calling her? It could be this podcast, TMZ, whoever, Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh, to defame him, and you know, because especially since he on that pro-black and Pan-Africanism and all that, you know, they already ain't feeling that. So anything to knock this man down, she done just put it in motion, and she could monetize off of that.
She might have got paid to do it in the first place. You know, the wrong person.
I don't think she did. I don't think nobody knew who she was.
Like I said, the wrong person find out the right things and can offer you something and tell you to you know, or pay you to do something is out there, and especially when you're talking about her presentation. Okay, you want to get clout off of Dr. Umar and everything. Are you telling me you really running around everywhere and you don't comb your hair?
Okay, what is that?
I'm saying you're not even going to present yourself. She's presenting herself as if she is a struggle streamer, like she's struggling, like I can't even get my hair done. Because the first one she had it up and it was all over the place. Now she just like she took the ponytail down and just did like that and just I'm telling you, like they just got finished tussling or some shit. So to present that type of image as if she's sitting somewhere broke as fuck, he ain't never did nothing for me, you know what I'm saying? You talking all that shit like you the somebody that you supposed to be. But what about me, motherfucker? You ain't never did nothing for me. Look how I look. Look, she's not presenting nothing, and I guarantee you that girl gets her hair done and motherfucking got some clothes to put on. So even if you're gonna put him out there, what image are you presenting to fit the narrative that you're going to present? So if you're trying to present it to Dr. Umar and the world as if you are struggling like a motherfucker. Because on me, at what age we not combing our hair? We just got finished talking about that shit, and I didn't even get to finish my statement because I was going to say that they've been coming up with shit. Black women are really trying to figure out how to really wear their natural hair. It's getting more and more popular, like, especially if you can get it growing. You know what I'm saying? Get it growing and get some L's around here. Oh, yeah. But the presentation fucked me up. It's like, okay, you want to pop out and show motherfuckers, but you couldn't comb your hair, you couldn't put on something, you couldn't be presentable and say and speak eloquently. You mad, you about to cuss, ooh, and ooh, like you like I say, like this shit just happened yesterday. You calling your homegirls, man, we gotta go roll on old bitch rolled up on me, like, woo, let's go. This shit 22 years later, and you've been an adult for 4 years. So what are we doing? And if he deserved it, he deserved it. But I don't know. I want to hear both sides of the story. And popping out like that screams motive to me. It just screams motives everywhere, all kind of
motives. Her mama probably had her do it to get her live up.
Yeah, probably because ain't no more child support. If they grown, ain't no more child support. If he been paying child support,
she don't look like she don't look like she going to college.
On two kids, I don't know if they all by the same girl. They not.
Nah, it's different girl.
But how the other one is living it? If he's paying child support for both of them, then a lot might have to do with that check done ran out. So now we got to figure out another way to get back in this nigga's pocket.
And then another thing, because that man is dark, and she look. Is this pro black nigga? Is it child by a white woman?
Nah, she black.
No, I doubt it. She probably light skinned or something.
The mother is black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she black.
Yeah, her
hair. Now you know that would have been the first thing she said, and talking about you don't fuck with snow bunnies. You know my mama white. She'd have lit his ass up. That's what would have broke the internet. If she'd have came and she'd have said, "My mama a snow bunny," nigga, shit, they gonna light his ass up.
I'll find me some light skinned girl and have her make a false accusation. Say she was Dr. Umar Johnson's baby by a white woman. Gotta get her streamlined.
That shit crazy though.
We talked about it the other day there, and I was trying to tell them how, because a lot of folks say that he should have been in her life and all this, but I was trying to explain to him, like, man, it's reasons why you have to not be in your kid's life sometimes. I mean, it ain't as easy as folks be thinking it is. Niggas talk all that tough shit like, nigga, goddamn and all this and all that, and I'll die for mine. You can't take me out of my kid's life. It's like, shit.
Right. I'll blow the house up and I'll do all this. No, you won't.
Nigga, you doing all that to be in your kid's life and you going to jail. Damn fool, you still ain't gonna be in their life. Same thing. You might well keep your freedom. Say fuck that baby and go make another one.
That's usually what they do. That's usually what they do.
Yeah, I don't know about
when I used to whoop my kids, And they be saying, "You trying to kill me?" I said, "Nigga, that's why I had a bunch of them, just in case I had to kill one of you motherfuckers."
So I ain't gonna miss you.
Don't give a damn about killing you, nigga. You know how many brothers and sisters you got?
No, I don't.
That's a bunch of bullshit, man.
It is.
And I mean, for her to be on there disrespectful, then it's like, why would I want to be around you anyway? I'm pretty sure since he had a problem with being around you, your mama probably just bad or as worse as you are. You on here being disrespectful to your daddy, and he ain't even your mama's daddy. So I know she was a hell to deal with. Then with him knowing now that he likes Sukiana, then you could tell the type of women he go after. So I'm pretty sure she was trash.
And I mean to give in his defense, like Jerome said, his response was actually respectful. It wasn't, because he could have handled that a couple ways. He could have been on some, girl, you on here cloud chasing, girl, you crazy, just like your mama, girl, you lying, girl, you whatever. So no, he didn't. I mean, he said, "Look, I don't like the route that you chose, but check this out. Let's have a meeting. Bring your mama. Let me know the date and time we can discuss this. But I want your mama there because both of us need to explain to you the truth and what's going on." Like I said, because shit, when little Boosie daughter came at him, that nigga was like, he went off.
He didn't give a fuck.
Right. He treated her almost like a bitch in the street. Like, girl, you selfish motherfucker. Don't all this I done did for you. Like, he came with that. He wasn't trying to be cool.
I think he might have called her a bitch.
He definitely called her
that. So, like I said, Dr. Umar handled it. I mean, about as best you can handle it by somebody getting publicly embarrassed.
Now, Daryl, he did have a different video though. Prior to that statement, there, he did clap back on the video and tell her she was struggle streaming, trying to come up off his name and stuff. But he still wasn't bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
it was sarcastic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was sarcastic, but it wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't crazy. Right. You know what I mean? It was like he's like, stop the cap. And I don't even think he would have did it if she wasn't trying to mess up his character. You know what I mean? She come on there trying to. She like, you supposed to be this Pan-African whatever, and you ain't even in your own black daughter's life and all this type of stuff. So I think his point was, don't come on here trying to because when he first started, he was like, now y'all know, my people know, I love kids way too much not to be in my kids' life. So I think he basically just clapped back to clean up back his name from her trying to mess it up. He like, no, it ain't what she trying to say it is. And to prove it ain't what, because he tried to get the meetup online. I mean, live. He was going to do it live so everybody can see why he wasn't in his daughter's life. So he like, all right, when you going to come over here trying to mess up my name, I'm going to clear my name. So bring your mama with you and we're going to get all. And he was like, and I got paperwork. He been paying child support since before she was born. Soon as she was in the womb, damn near before she came out or something like that. And he said he got a stack of custody papers this big. So,
I mean, he tried.
Exactly. So it's like he basically saying, now I prove what you saying ain't right. I ain't been in your life, but it ain't got nothing to do with because I chose not to. And so I think he handled it perfect. A lot of people had a problem with it. They was like, well, he shouldn't even came back on the internet and said nothing. I'm like, no. If somebody try to if he didn't say nothing, then y'all niggas would have been saying, oh shit, it must be true then. His dad beat ass. He out here talking all this black family shit, and he got a daughters out here. He ain't, you know what I mean? So if he hadn't responded online, niggas would have been saying all that about him. So I think he handled it.
Right. And I mean, shit, you play it where it's dealt. You brought the shit to the internet, so I'm going to respond on the internet. Because you're going to drag me in front of everybody, and I'm going to show this paperwork in front of everybody. Where y'all at? Where you and your mama at? Get on the live. I'll send y'all the link. Y'all don't want to do it. Y'all want to continue to talk shit. Well, then shut the fuck up. Like Jerome said, you talking shit, but if you're not willing to get on here and let me prove you wrong, then what you're saying is just shit talking.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Which leads you to think that is what she's doing, clout chasing, trying to get some views. Because it's like, you don't want me to prove you wrong, because then your clout is gone for real.
You want everybody to see it.
Right, just trust me. That man is not going. That man is not even going to put that on the table if he didn't have shit to back it up.
Right.
He either gonna get quiet or he gonna get quiet, get low, hope it go away, whatever. But if that man said, "Look, come holler at me, and I'm gonna show you something," then I believe he got whatever he needed to show her.
He said he got his white man paperwork. In the first video, that when she first popped out, I don't know if you saw that one or not. That's what he was saying. We talked about that one on the last show. On the first one, he said, when we hook up, I got my white man paperwork. Not playing with you. Shit, not playing with your motherfucking ass. Bring it.
I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with your mama.
And you know what? So I was watching this one podcast, Antoine Daniels channel. Shout out to them. And this one chick on there, she brought up a real good point. Because Anton don't like him. Mm-hmm. So he was against all of it. He didn't want to hear none of that shit about what Dr. Umar was saying. But she was making a good point. She was like, well, she dealt with it with her husband and his baby mama. So she understands his part. And there are some things they can take you through and ain't nothing you can do about it and all this stuff. And you got to fight, and whatever. Okay. But she was like, so he was like, well, but you still can't say that shit. And you out here preaching this and that. And she was like, well, maybe that's what prompted him to do that then. Maybe because of how he got treated in that situation made him become this, Pan-African, you know what I mean? Like, they breaking up the black families because, the system and all this type of stuff. And I ain't never think about that. And I was thinking when she said, I said, that's a real good point. That probably is what it is. If we can go back and see when he started doing all that.
Mm-hmm. Speaking from experience is always a good place to come from. So we can definitely say he knows what he's talking about.
That's what I didn't like when women used to talk about Kevin Samuels. Like, well, he been divorced twice or whatever, or once, whatever. How he gonna talk about relationships? It's like, well, you can talk about them because of your experiences. Even if you had bad experiences, you one of the most qualified people to talk about it. So you've been there, you know what the wrongs and the rights were. Damn, something in my eye.
And really with the Kevin Samuel thing, the misconception about him that a lot of people, because that's what sells, is that all he did was talk about women. If you looked at his full podcast, he was dragging men too. It wasn't just like, I'm just dragging women. But again, nobody cares about when he's dragging men. That's not what gets the views, the clicks, the comments. It's when he was saying whatever he was saying about women that went viral.
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't had nothing to say when he's dragging us. Well, y'all.
He didn't do that very long. And I wish that he would.
He actually did. He did it for 5 years before he got on women.
Really? I didn't know it was that long. Well, it wasn't popular.
Yeah, like he was out. He just wasn't popular. Like he blew up when he started talking about you think you a 10 and you really a 2 and you think this and you need to lose weight and all that. That's when he blew up because again, that's what people, you know what I'm saying? That's what people want to see. But before, when he was more or less like he was on the type of, men need to do this. And you saw how he dressed, how he carried himself. So he would be like, y'all men is sloppy. Y'all ain't it. Y'all walking up on women looking. But that wasn't getting no views. His channel was trash. Soon as he started talking about women, that's when he went through the roof.
Yeah, because here come all the sassies. Gonna prove him wrong and shit. It was crazy to me that the exhibition that a lot of them women put on was so popular, and because it's like, dang, I wonder if they look back on those things, look at those videos and be like, damn, I look stupid as fuck.
A couple of them have said that, Shannon. Yeah, a couple of them said it. Matter of fact, a couple of them came back on this show before he died and actually said it.
Mm-hmm. Because it was like, that is a good thing, because it was like so many of the women that were coming on there, it was like they thought that attitude was cute. Like, everybody about to like this. And you're like, damn, you don't even realize everybody looking at you like that's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? Because it was this one girl, she just wanted to smoke in his face. and she was a cute girl, but you could see how all the shit she was doing and the attitude, how it just made her so unattractive. And he just pointed it out. It was like, yeah, you're nice looking, but all that's trash. All that ain't gonna get you no high value man and all the shit you talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Because most of the women that got on there, the thing, like he pointed out, y'all can't even make a case for yourself. Y'all can't even articulate what y'all trying to say. Y'all get on here rolling your eyes, smacking your lips, making funny faces, talking about child please and boy stop and all that. And you can't even articulate, you can't even defend yourself correctly. So how the fuck you mad at me for dragging your ass? I'm gonna keep dragging you until you give me something that I can give you credit for. And most of them couldn't.
Right.
Every now and then you'll get one on there that could articulate herself and whatever. And if you notice, he wasn't as hard on them women. It was the ones that couldn't, where he just said, look, this is exactly what I'm talking about, audience. Look at this chick. And she want to be taken seriously.
And the crazy part, Daryl, none of them women really wanted a high value man. They wanted a high paying man, a man that make a lot of money. What they wasn't realizing is the high value is kind of like when you see the movies or the TV shows, and it's normally a white man that's in politics or something, a high up, and he taking you, and you basically eye candy for real. You don't say shit. You kind of, all the women, all the wives are the same because they all got that same role, and they in the, all these little stupid little things together and stuff. It's not a good position. What he's basically trying to tell them, it's like, it's not what y'all think it is. You're not just sitting around living lavishly. You got stuff to do, and you got to be a certain way. You know what I mean? Y'all going to places where y'all paying $10,000 for the plate at these banquets and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's that's the high value man he was talking about. Most of all the women that came on there just wanted a man making the same money as a high value man, but they wanted to still live as a regular woman. You know what I mean? So it's like, y'all ain't even paying attention to what he really saying. And I just got tired of listening to him. It's like, y'all, you ain't even high value type. Most of them ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even the ones that wasn't ghetto, it's like you can tell. It's like, all right, like Shannon. Shannon could play that role if she needed to, but it's like she can't be fake for that fucking long. So she don't want no high value man because she don't want her entire life to be fake. You know what I mean? And that's how all the women on there was. It's like, y'all don't want this because y'all would have to live a fake life. Y'all would have to be fake for the rest of y'all life. And you can't even really enjoy the money.
Right.
It's like you gotta,
because that also comes with other people's perception. Like, your behavior is being looked at by other people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you have these people that are socialites, and you got to go to these certain events, and you go into the croquet shit and the golf this shit, but you got to dress this way. You have to speak this way. You have to mingle with bitches that you don't even fucking like, type shit, and play nice and all of that shit. It come with a whole lot. Hi, Miss Lisa. We talking about Kevin Samuels and these unruly women that came on his show. And I wanted to know, Daryl, do you, and Maggie and audience, Is this statement true that men marry for love and women marry for money?
Men marry for love and women marry for money.
I can't agree with that. I can't wholeheartedly say that.
Why not?
Because there are men out here who are marrying for opportunity.
I feel like there's a lot of women that are in marriages and with because of money, and they don't even really love the person.
Oh shoot.
She talking about in general though, Maggie. You think most women are doing that for that reason?
I think she lost her signal. But you were saying, yeah.
I'll be right back, y'all.
I just feel like some women out there. I feel like there's a lot of people, especially if you're talking about women that are in a situation where a man has money. I feel like a lot of women are in that situation for the perks, the money, the security, the look of it, and eventually they may fall in love with the person, or they may not, or they may never, they may not never love them. But I think there's a lot of women, and I'm talking about relationships where you're talking about men of prestige, power, a certain financial tax bracket or whatever. I feel like it's a lot of women in those situations that are not in it for love, and they, like I said, maybe they might have developed it, eventually or not. But I feel like the bulk of why they were in a relationship was for that security and being kept and taken care of, and the way it looks to their friends and whoever. Because most of those people be miserable because it's a lot that comes with that when you're in a relationship with a man that's powerful. He's a CEO. He's the president of something. He's he's respected. He's whatever. There's a lot that comes along with that. And like you said, Jerome kind of touched on some of it, of how you have to mingle in certain social circles and be a part of shit that you may not want to be a part of. A prime example is Melania. That lady went to the inauguration. She went to the inauguration because that's the look, and we ain't seen her since. Like she not with all of this shit. She not one of them typical first ladies that is gonna be doing all these little programs, have her face out there, be seen, be whatever. She don't give a fuck about this shit that he got going on at the White House. But again, she gets the perks from it. She's rich. She's whatever. She's living a lifestyle, and she just wants to do her thing.
Right. Or you could say the opposite of Michelle, because she was supposed to be there and didn't come, and they made a big to do about it.
Yeah, and that was that.
Like you're not respecting his position. Like regardless of how you feel, you know what I'm saying. You're not respecting his position, the position that your husband holds, and this is the etiquette and the decorum that goes with that.
And I mean, yeah.
I ain't saying I'm mad about it. I ain't mad at her about it. I'm just
but that was
saying
that one event. And I feel you. But to me, and in her defense, that was that one event. But when he was the president,
I think it was two. Wasn't
well,
it?
two events, whatever that. But it was after he was. But when he was the president, Michelle was out there. She did what first ladies are normally supposed to do. Like she had programs. She did speaking engagements. Her face. She was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So. But what I'm saying, when I say Melania, that just ain't the type of woman that she, like I said, I don't think she wanted none of this. And you can tell. She don't want no parts of none of it.
Michelle didn't want any of it. But the difference is, I do believe Michelle loves Barack. And she didn't marry him for money. But Melania, on the other hand, did. So you can hold her more accountable to having to follow all the protocols that come with it.
Right, because Michelle was there,
and you don't think right, and they clearly don't show love and affection. I mean, like I don't mean to speak on how nobody feel and how they should show it, but I think we all can allegedly clearly say that it doesn't look like she married Donald Trump for love.
right? And that's a good point because when I just look at them two in the same space or whatever, or just the way they interact or the lack of interaction, like you could just it just seems so business relationship type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for him, I got a pretty girl, I got a whatever. I don't know how long he's been married to her, but yeah, he scooped her up. And for her, again, this is my rich whatever. Whereas, like you said, the difference was Michelle was there before to come up, during to come up, when he didn't have nothing. They talked about it, like how he had a Toyota or whatever, and they was eating noodles and shit like that when he was in college and doing all of that. So again, you know, and you could tell the way they look in each other's eyes, and when they danced, which like they had no problem showing the world how they felt about each other, the way they danced, the way they kissed. I mean, they did all of that. They was romantic in public. They, you know, I'm not talking about like damn get a room, but it was you know kisses. Yeah. It was you dancing. It was. Yeah, and I used to say, damn, the way they looked at each other, I was like, damn, I want that. Like, she looked like she loved that man, and he looked like I love this woman. You know what I'm saying? I like,
too, baby.
Right. That's how you felt when you saw them.
And I think that's what you should want in a relationship. However, I think that money has come into play so big that that's just what it's all about. I was trying to find this clip because there is a clip where a girl was talking about how she divorced her husband because he lost his job. And like,
now, let me ask you, like, do you think it has something to do with how women for years have been conditioned by their mother or their father, maybe, or their parents, when, you know, it's, you know, when you get older, find you a man that's, you know, got a good job that can take care of, man with money, whatever. I never really heard them say, find you a man that loves you or respects you and whatever. It's always you know, when you grow up, find you a Prince Charming that can take care of you or whatever. It was always the material things or the security factor of finding a man. It wasn't like a mother telling her daughter, you know, when you grow up, you know, you need to find a man that loves you and all that. I mean, maybe it was, but that's not what I heard when I hear that. It was always find a man that can provide for you, take care of you, get married, have some kids, you know, that kind of thing.
And I do agree with that. When we were talking about something like this on the last show, when we were talking about women being trained to not be accountable for themselves, and we mentioned starting from damn near out the womb, but like when we get to the point where if a little girl hits a little boy, oh, it's like he just got to take it. But the minute he hit her back, then they scolding him. She get to cry, and her feelings is all hurt. You know what I mean? So it kind of teach both of them a certain kind of way of being, and where he's going to be responsible for her no matter what she do, as long as she start crying and she didn't like it, even if she did the same thing. But if she start crying and don't like it, then he's automatically at fault. But there's no sympathy, vice versa, for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know how we teach our boys don't hit girls. You know, and it's like shit. To a degree, bullshit. Like if it don't hurt you, if it's just like, oh, she's popping off and she fucked around and slapped you, you can walk away from that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? And then that would be something too, especially if she does it early in the relationship, and she, or even be talking like she want to fight you. You need to know that you need to get on, because you are going to wind up at some point popping her ass back, because you're not going to sit there and be getting smacked around and shit.
Right.
So that needs to be taught as well. Like it needs to be taught that, like, no, you can't just do this and that and then think there's going to be no repercussions behind it. See, that's what I think would lead a man to cheat, when he got a woman at home that is motherfucking, and I'll do the woman blame on this one. when she's just unpleasant. You know what I mean? And she may not have started out that way, but over time or whatever, for whatever reason, she just or get. You know how some motherfuckers can get too comfortable.
Yeah.
And kind of just feel like, shit, you ain't going nowhere. I do what the fuck I want to do to you. Like, well, you ain't going nowhere. And then sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. So they'll take advantage of certain things. So I don't know how this thing is 16 minutes. Do you dare talk about the G Money Lil Ronnie situation in Charleston White?
What is that? What they got going on?
Well, Charleston White done put out a video talking about. He said, "I'm trying to find it. I had it at first. Fuck the baby, fuck the mama, fuck Lil Ronnie, fuck all of them because
Who is
this
Lil
shit
Ronnie?
been going on." He's a Fort Worth rapper that just got killed at a gas station. Not the few days. I don't even think it's been a week yet. It might be a week, if a week ago. He had his daughter in the car, and two niggas jumped out and shot up the car, shot up the little girl, and then chased him all around the car wash until they caught him and killed him. So it's like the biggest thing going right now. Like I say, we've been witnessing this shit way since the 90s as far as Los Angeles is concerned. I can't speak on no other city, but kids getting killed in the midst of gang wars and whatever kind of street bullshit that's going on, it was common. But it's like Charleston White is just basically trying to say that y'all trying to act like it's a big thing because it's this rapper. This shit been going on, but now they want to like give death threats and shit like that to Charleston because of what he said. So I'm gonna see if this guy is saying it.
Well, I definitely don't agree with his sentiments about the baby, for sure.
You say the baby?
The child.
More backlash ever seen him gotten before. For comments he made about Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter that was murdered at a car wash. They done got Charleston White started. As expected, Charleston White ain't backing down. He's actually doubling down and making things a whole lot worse depending on who you ask.
Don't say nothing to me. I swear to God they ain't. Go yayo or get out of jail and look the other way about me. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, fuck about that baby. All that dead ass. Yeah. Fuck the baby.
Nah, that's too far, man. So we going.
Well, it ain't nothing new. But the crazy, Charleston has already come out and said he does it for entertainment. So I wouldn't take nothing he say. Even though I believe he feel that way for real, but he does say it's all entertainment. So
I don't think he's saying none of that stuff for entertainment. I really think he mean it. I really think he really mean like, y'all want to keep on doing this and act like it's cool. Y'all want to rap about it. Y'all want to blah, blah, blah. Y'all want to glorify it and emulate gangsters. And that's what the fuck y'all want to do. Then fuck you. And you get everything that come with that, including your kids.
Yeah, here's the thing. I fuck with Charleston heavy. I like him. I agree with a lot that he's saying. And I think what it is, he don't always use the word entertainment. He says it's a character. And what he means by that is because before, like he said, Charleston actually does a lot of stuff, but people focus on this again because this is what people like. Charleston does a lot of stuff in the community. He does a lot of stuff with getting laws changed. He did it. And like he said, when I was doing all of that and when I was the same guy in the community, helping black youth, going to their court dates, trying to get them second chance programs and all of that. Nobody fucked with me. They didn't know who I was. They it was just some nigga out here doing whatever. So I said, okay, how can I reach these ignorant motherfuckers? And so he changed the way he delivers his message. And that's when he blew up and whatever. But if you listen to him, like he said, instead of talking shit about me or whatever, listen to what he's saying. And like he said, it's a double standard in the hood, in the ghetto. He's got into it with a lot of dead rappers, mamas and stuff like that, because they like, oh, and like he said, when your son was on these records talking about killing his ops, when your son was actually shooting at his ops and killing his ops and taking him away from somebody else's mama, from his mama, you didn't give a fuck. Your son was making money. He was buying you a house. He was buying you jewelry. He was whatever. You was talking about, oh, how great my son is. He's some drill rapper. He this and that. But as soon as the tables turned and it turned on your son, who was out there doing shit, so he probably ended up dead for a reason. Now you want us to sympathize and be like, oh, well, why, oh, that's so sad. He was like, no, your son was evil. That's why he's in that place. Mm-hmm. So that's his whole thing. Is like, so that's when he got on there. Was like, fuck his mama, fuck his crying ass mama. Where was his same mama that's crying over her son? Was she crying when her son killed that nigga 2 years ago? Was she crying when he shot up somebody and left them paralyzed? No, she didn't give a fuck. She was reaping the benefits. She wasn't trying to stop her son from being in the street. She wasn't whatever she couldn't. She didn't. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden we supposed to feel sorry for you because you on this damn podcast crying. Fuck you and your dead son.
Yeah, I think he mean all that. I don't think he be meaning that about the babies though. I think he do that for the shop value and stuff.
Yeah, the baby thing kind of. Yeah, that was kind of. I don't know. That was crazy.
I don't know. I think he kind of mean it. Because I think he also has that mindset of, I'm not about to give a fuck about this little girl any more than I've given a fuck about any of the rest of them. It's a product of the environment and what the fuck y'all doing. So I expect kids to be dying. I expect it because that's what comes with the territory.
Yeah, and see that's.
Yeah, I think he believe that, but I don't think he really be. I don't think he like he's saying it as if like he was enemies with the guy. Now, if he was enemies with the guy and she got killed, I can understand him doing it. But I don't think he mean it far as the baby thing.
And I mean, like Shannon said, his thing is like I'm supposed to give more of a fuck about this baby than her daddy did. And like I said, I'm not saying her dad. I mean, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, that from what everybody was saying, he was, always pick his daughter up, whatever. But the bottom line is, bruh, if you were so concerned about your daughter's well-being, then you need to step back and change your life. You need to get yourself out of that bullshit that you're in, because what comes with that is your grandmama getting shot in the, whatever, or your mama's house getting shot up with your baby in it, or your baby mama house getting shot up. So again, it's like what Charleston is saying is like, shit, her own daddy got to take some accountability. Like, did he really give a fuck? Because see, the thing is, Jerome, they warned this dude. There was a video that came out because he had some kind of ops or whatever in the city, and the dude told him, nigga, you can't go back to that car wash. Nigga, you better not be seen here. Nigga, you better not do this. And so instead of you taking that threat as a valid threat and whatever, you gonna not only show up, but you gonna show up with your daughter,
baby. Mm-hmm. And that's what a lot of people were saying. They were saying that he must have thought that because he had his daughter, that was gonna give him a pass.
These niggas don't give a fuck. See, that's what I used to be 20 years ago. Niggas had etiquette in the streets. If they caught you on Sunday coming out of church or going to dinner with your family and shit, they give you that look like, yeah, nigga, you got a pass today, but I'm going to see you one day. I'm going to see you again. Your grandmama over there, I ain't going to disrespect her. Your kid, you with your kid, you at Disneyland, I ain't going to fuck up the whole shit, but I'm going to catch you. This 2025 new nigga, they don't give a fuck about your mama, your grandmama, your baby mama, the pastor, your kid. They don't give a damn about none of that. If they want to get you, they're going to get you. You don't get no passes no more. That's the mindset of these niggas, and a lot of it got to do with these young kids is on these drugs. They on shit. The social media, they chasing clout. They filming murders live. Like, who the fuck does that? The criminals back in the day didn't. Only way you knew a motherfucker was doing, you'll see a nigga in the hood. You'll be like, okay, he got a nice little car, whatever. But you don't really know what he doing. You're not involved in. You just see the nigga driving up and down the street. You like, yeah, that nigga probably selling dope or something. But you wasn't privy to all the inside shit and whatever. Now these niggas is taking you into that world. They committing murders on video. Who the fuck does that? So when you got to think that these kids got this mindset of they don't give a fuck, they want to film this shit, they want to embarrass you, or they want to come up. Hell, you got to take this shit serious. These kids is moving different these days.
They're moving way different. Way different.
Like they ran up on that car. It wasn't like they didn't know that. It's one thing that, like they said, if you look at that video, they knew that little girl. It wasn't like no accident. Like, oh shit. Nah, they trying to prove a point. Fuck you, fuck your daughter, and if your mama was here, I would kill her too, nigga. Cause you my op.
Yep.
That shit's wild.
I feel the same way Charleston feel, but not with the anger behind it. My thing is, this is what comes with it, nigga. You obviously was trying to die. Nigga tell you don't come here. Matter of fact, I've been more pissed off that because he took his daughter. It's like,
yeah, because they said from what they said, it was his daughter's birthday either the day before or that day, and so they said he was going. I guess he was going because he was a rapper or whatever. I guess he was going out of town or some shit. But before that, he was like, "Baby girl, I'm gonna come swoop you up. You're gonna hang out with your daddy." But again, you saw what everybody else saw, and they said, "Nigga, you can't come over to this." And it was that specific gas station. It wasn't like they said, "Nigga, you better not be caught in the city." Well, shit, the city is big. I gotta move around. I ain't gonna be held hostage like that. They specifically told the spot that you died in was the spot that man gave you the warning and said, "Nigga, you better not be caught slipping at that." So apparently, this gas station, this car wash or whatever, was, Fort Worth is small. They probably live in a little community where everybody went to this, washed their little whips and did whatever, got into some shit there. Some shit happened, and they was like, "Nigga, don't come back around here." And so you just decided, oh, I'm with my daughter. I'm going to pick her up, and I'm going to go wash my car at one of them car washes where you got to get out and wash your shit and do your rugs and all that. Bro, you was a sitting duck at that point.
Did they show a video of who was telling him he can't come there?
Yeah, the video came out. It was one of his little, like, it's quote, like the op. Some other nigga was like, "Yeah, I bet you." And he like, "Bet you, nigga, you better not show up at that gas station. You better not whatever." But again, your ego, your pride, you thinking you the toughest nigga walking. Fuck you gonna do, nigga? You
My
show up at the gas station.
What's the point of making all that money and having all that money? What's the fucking point if you just want to still be a low life degenerate? What's the
you know what it is, Shannon? Like,
if you got all that money, I wouldn't even be. If I had that kind of money, like for real, like these niggas is talking, flashing, like they throw away money is thousands. My throwaway might be a couple hundred a day. You know what I'm saying? But I know a couple thousands a day. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what it is. You know what it is.
Why are you at a car wash? Like you really, like you only got $20 in your pocket, and you need to, clean it real quick, and you want to do it for $5. This is the cheapest because it looked like one of them cheap ass car washes. Like shit, probably get up in and out of that motherfucker between $5 and $10 type shit. So that for me, it just kind of still gave the stench of no, I'm proving a point. I can come the fuck over here.
Yeah, I mean, even.
But I'm gonna have my baby just in case y'all do see me. Don't smoke me.
But again, because again, if you could point to the music itself, the shit has changed. When we was coming up, I'm not saying that, MC8 or DJ Quick or Eazy or any of them wasn't from the hood or a street environment, but we knew these niggas was rappers. They was narrating the streets, whatever they saw, whatever they was, and even the street niggas was like, these rappers is talking about my life. These whatever. We know Dr. Dre ain't no fucking killer. Ice Cube called himself a gangster forever. He ain't no fucking gangster. Like the shit, he lived around the shit, he's whatever. And we didn't hold them to that standard back then. That's why the term studio gangsters came around, because people was like, that nigga just a studio gangster. He ain't really doing it. That was the worst you could be called back in the day. Oh, that nigga studio gangster. Speed up to now, these new generation of hip hop fans and drill rap fans and all that, they don't respect these niggas unless they got factual proof that you in them streets, you done did some shit, you done shot a op, you done went to prison, you done did it. If you don't, you're not selling no fucking records if you talking that shit. And see, that's the difference between when we was coming up and we just knew the shit was just some entertainment and just some niggas talking about the streets and the hood, but they ain't really doing it. They rap, they film a video, they go home. They're not killing nobody. Now, these days, you look at Lil Durk, prison, murder for hire. The baby, Lil Baby, they just indicted him, killing a kid at a birthday party. Young Thug just beat a murder.
Wait a minute. Lil Baby killed a kid at a birthday party.
Yeah, he just got indicted with some other people allegedly about there was a 14-year-old that ended up dead in a shooting at a birthday party. So he's in prison now. You got Young Thug who just beat a murder trial. You got these other niggas that's dead. Rappers is just going to prison left and right because now you can't sell records and blow up in hip hop and talk that shit to these new generation listeners unless you can actually show me that nigga you really what you say you are. And that's why these new rappers ain't just doing the entertainment factor. They trying to bring the entertainment to real life and make it a reality. Because if they don't, these kids don't fuck with them. These kids is weird thinking. They want a motherfucker to really be a murderer if he talking about murder. Really be a shooter if he talking about being a shooter. When before we was like, nah, Tupac, he talked that shit, whatever, but he on some other shit too. He can teach us something, he could whatever. That's how we looked at Ice Cube, he whatever. He grew up with a mom and a daddy, he whatever. He ain't really no gangster, but Ice Cube, he talked his shit, Eazy-E, whatever. But that ain't good enough these days. You can't be no fake ass gangster. You got to be a real one. And that's why these people was doing what they doing. And it's crazy.
So they actually did pick up Lil Baby because I knew they had a warrant out for his arrest. They picked him up?
That I don't know. I just saw the story about him being. I saw the story about him being wanted. I don't know if he turned himself in or what, but
because this how it goes, Jerome. They talking about he went and did a video shoot in a rival gang's neighborhood, and he knew that some shit was gonna go on by way of either just him being there or the people he was gonna be there, and may have guided somebody to start some shit with another gang, and then there wind up being a shooting, and this little 14-year-old boy got killed. So they're not saying that he actually did it. He's an accessory to the situation.
Yeah, they got them laws so written up now to where if you're affiliated with any gang, that all y'all can go down. It's like a RICO case.
And
why not film the video in your fucking hood where you're loved and you're whatever. It's just reckless and irresponsible because it's ego, it's pride, it's I gotta show I'm a real nigga. I ain't scared of shit. Fuck the ops, fuck you. So let's go film a video in your enemy territory hood. What did you think was gonna come from that, sir? And I like Lil Baby. It's like, dude, you got to be smarter because, like Shannon said, you are somebody now. You got shit to lose. You got niggas around you that don't have nothing to lose. They're gonna move to prove a point to you to seem like a good yes man, and a nigga and these niggas is doing shit to appease you. So as the person that's in that position, you got to be the smart one to just not put if you really care about these dudes, you don't put them in that situation. Yeah, employ them, give them a job, something. You can't save everybody, but the ones that you think you got to pick and choose. Okay, he got a good head. He could be my bodyguard. He got a whatever. He could do some shit. But some niggas you got to just weed out because these niggas don't. At the end of the day, when you going to Italy or when you going to Germany or when you going to whatever, these motherfuckers is going back to the hood waiting for you to get back. They ain't shit unless you around.
Right.
And so,
and that shit does bring greed, contempt, and jealousy, even though it's already a lot anyway. And then when you just pouring fuel onto the fucking fire, like you crazy as hell. Because the thing with Lil Durk fucked me up because he didn't have to do that. He let them pressure him into doing that shit because you ain't gonna slide for Von, you ain't gonna slide for Von. He didn't have to.
And the same with Lil Durk. When you listen to his lyrics, and I like Lil Durk too, but when you listen to his shit, all he talked about was if you do something to TT, I'm gonna slide. If you do something to whatever, we gonna slide. O Block, whatever, we gonna slide. So now, here we go again with this new generation. Nigga, what happened to you sliding? Them niggas killed your best friend, a nigga that you said was your best friend, and now you walking around here, you on Power, you on BM. What was he on? BMF?
BMF?
Or no?
He was on Power. He was on the
you on Power. You filming videos. They done gave you a key to the city, nigga. Yeah, they done gave you a key to the city. You done did this. You done turned Muslim. You praying 5 times a day, nigga. Fuck all that. Lil Durk. So it's like his homies is like, nigga, fuck all that. What was that shit you was saying on them records that if somebody crosses, you gonna slide? Well, nigga, slide.
He from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's thinking about the Casper slide or something. No, we like 2-step in Chicago.
And so now you don't put four niggas on a plane to Los Angeles and used your record company credit card to buy plane tickets and get a rent-a-car and get guns and all kind of shit. Dog. What was you thinking, Dirk? But like you said, the pressure, Shannon, is there.
So they killed somebody?
Yeah, they killed the dude's cousin. They didn't get the dude. They killed like his, because again, they're going to get whoever they can get. Right. He was there, but they didn't hit him. They killed his cousin. And they did this shit in broad daylight.
What they do it for? To
avenge King Von's death.
Yeah.
Which happened a few years ago, before, so they finally got the drop on this dude. And I mean, they did this shit in broad daylight near the Beverly Center. Like it ain't shit.
Like it ain't nothing.
In Beverly Hills. Like they didn't give a fuck.
No fucks given. 0 fucks given. And he didn't have to do that though. Like, well, I'm gonna let y'all pressure me when I could go live somewhere else and never see none of you niggas again. I don't give a fuck.
And the street shit, it ain't no fucking loyalty. Because like Shannon said, the person that's standing the closest to you and next to you, that's the nigga that's waiting to put a knife in your bag. That's a nigga that when you get down and you're not as popular and you get on that 5-year drought where you can't sell no records, that nigga will stop coming around. He's gonna disappear. The nigga that did Durk in was a nigga that spent 11 years in the penitentiary, and when that nigga got out, Durk put him in a house. Durk gave him $250,000, gave him a car, did whatever, looked out for him, and that was a nigga that was wearing a wire and got Durk in this position he in now, a nigga that he looked out for. It's the nigga closest to you that's gonna fuck you every time.
Jealousy and
because they want your life. They jealous. Why is that not me? Why that can't be me? Why he getting all the accolades? Why he getting all that? Why he got the same way with Nipsey? You think half of them niggas was jealous of Nip. They didn't give a fuck about Rolling 60 Crib and all this shit what Nip was doing before that. They jealous that man had that store. He's selling these records. He about to do some shit with the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas. He got Puma. He got shoes. So yeah, they like, man.
He got what they would think the baddest bitch as well.
Right. So they looking at this nigga like they saying all that cuz that's the homie, that's the whatever, but they really going home at night miserable because they not him.
Mad.
And it's never enough. You could get these niggas money here, there, whatever. It's like your baby mama. Right. Your baby mama sometimes, you got the baby mamas that like $1,000. That's all.
That's it.
And that's the same way these hip hop niggas is. They get their homie a car, the little car I don't drive no more. You can have that. And they like, nigga, why I can't get the Bentley like you got? Why you giving me the 2020 Bentley, nigga? You got the 26.
Like they did the work. Like you ain't did shit. Like
niggas feel entitled. They feel like you owe them something because you grew up with somebody or you was with somebody when you didn't have nothing.
The only ones I would say that, you know, might have a leg to stand on is if you did a crime for me, you know what I'm saying? You took a charge, you know, because that does happen a lot where a motherfucker took a charge for a motherfucker. So when you get out, you know, yeah, I'm gonna lace you up like a motherfucker. Because if you didn't do that, I wouldn't have been able to do this. So but even still, even then, it's still that person will find that envy in their heart because you still got to do this and look at the lifestyle you live in, how much time I missed out on. You know,
yeah, like you said, it's associates, and then it's niggas like that you're talking about where you really went through some shit with that nigga. That nigga let off his gun and saved your life. That nigga let off his shit, made them niggas drive off when they was about to shoot. Shit like that. And Nip had those, like the J Stones and the Cuzzy Max and all. It was a few of them that he you know, that was his niggas that he took care of. And then the other niggas he took care of too. But again, it's them niggas that's like, look at this nigga. This nigga think he all that because he got a record deal.
You can please some of the people some of the time.
Instead of that man being an inspiration to you, like you said, and that's why keeping it real goes wrong. People talking about, oh, I'm gonna be in my hood till I die. I'm gonna be an example. I'm gonna be a whatever. That shit backfires because it's so much jealousy in the hood that it wasn't worth it.
Right.
Nip tried to change it. He had a fish market, he had a barbershop, he had the marathon store, he had the whatever. Because if he would have put that shit on, right? If he would have put that shit and said "fuck it," like now, Black Sam got the Marathon Burger on Melrose, the new store is on Melrose, whatever. But if they would have did that shit first,
and
niggas would have been like, "Oh, they Sadiddy," right? Niggas would have been like, "Oh, they Sadiddy. Who the fuck they think they are? Who this?" I remember when these niggas was selling T-shirts right here on Crenshaw's Lost, and now they over there on Melrose.
You can't win. You can't win.
You can't win.
We got a saying that says everybody can't go. It's everybody just can't go. And then sometimes the closest motherfucker to you can't go. You know, sometimes you really when you get off into that type of business and money atmosphere, sometimes you really do gotta roll solo and with the motherfuckers you're actually paying to protect you. And you know what I'm saying? Because the only thing because the one thing that was extremely sad is that I know Nip knew, as we all know Nip knew, that you got to be armed over there. He didn't trust them motherfuckers, but he trusted one time. And that's always crazy how the motherfuckers catch you on the one time that you do something out of pocket, out of the norm, out of the regular. Because he didn't usually just roll up to that motherfucker and be standing in front of that motherfucker and ain't nobody got no heat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And to his and you know, and unfortunately for Nip, it was a situation of being just too real, too accessible, because like Nip said, I didn't show up in the hood to floss on my niggas. I showed up in the hood to be an inspiration to my niggas. And like Black Sam said when he did that interview, he told Nip the night before, I think he was like, nigga, wait for us. We gonna roll up there. We gonna whatever. And Nip was like, man, I'm good. I'm a grown man. You know, whatever. I'm in the hood. You thinking this is where I laid my groundwork. I'm safe here. But that ain't how it works. That don't how it works. Most niggas die in their own hood.
In their own hood.
And not from the hands of the fucking enemy.
And by their own motherfuckers.
And no disrespect to the Rolling 60 Crips, but them niggas probably done lost more people to their own hood than they have to any A-Trade gangster or any Inglewood family or whatever the fuck. Most 60s done killed 60s than damn the ops have.
They said it's a saying that says you ain't a 60 till you killed a 60. Like that shit, I ran across that on some of the research and, you know, when they was going back, and they even have it in one of the documentaries that they did, should I say, on the Eric Holder, the guy that killed him.
Right. And like you said, and if you look at that video, like Sam said, nobody had a fucking cowboy. All you niggas that was standing there, y'all niggas was y'all was running when the shots rang. This is the money. Y'all supposed to pull y'all motherfucking guns out, nigga.
Supposed to protect the money.
The fuck, because if he go down, nigga, we all gonna stop eating.
It's over. It's over. For y'all anyway, because I don't even know how much Black Sam is involving them this time around. Like,
he don't fuck
it
with
might
them
be
like
getting a
that. Like he
little, but
fuck
he
with a
ain't
few
fucking
of
with
them.
them like that.
He
And
fuck with a
then
few of
when
them.
even though they moved it, they do the marathon opening, Marathon Burger over there, and they got YG done showed up and all of these motherfuckers. It still was an altercation in the street, some motherfucking situation between him and a YouTuber. Is it a rock star? Because it's two rock stars, and that's not the rock star that I know.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
So Rockstar 2800, his story was he grew up when they was youngins with Nip and Sam and all of them, and so Sam.
Okay, because I don't know that rock star. I was like, where he come from?
Yeah, and Sam was basically holding him to a higher standard because he and Rockstar just thought it was okay to show up because he was like, I'm Nip's homie, I'm whatever. But Rockstar is like, no, nigga, you supposed to be Nip's homie. Whatever you letting Whack 100 disrespect him, talk shit, all for the sake of a podcast and doing whatever. Now you want to show up. No, we're going to have a conversation, but it ain't going to be here. You got to go. And so he sat up there and tried to negotiate and politic right there. And Sam was like, nigga, this grand opening ain't the place for this, homie. You're going to have to holler at me, but it ain't going to be here. Roll. You got to get up out of here. And that's how the shit just went viral.
And see the thing about that is this is why it would behoove folks to, once they start elevating to that kind of money and shit. I know how much you want to keep it real, but you got to keep it 100 first. Black Sam ain't even supposed to be that accessible in the street arguing with a motherfucker.
Is he dead?
He alive, but he could have been. I mean, if you could have seen how they was in the street arguing, anybody could have walked up and got him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying when you are of that level, you have to set back a little bit, and you got to have bodyguards and protection. And if you see somebody that you don't particularly care for, or you're not with the shit, you don't want them there, you're supposed to send your guards to go escort that person away. You're like, hey, you're not welcome here, blah, 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 and you got to go. Not you as the owner, and like you say, you're the money, and you out there in the middle of the street arguing with them. I just would like to have seen a little bit of an elevation, since we know that you just can't be accessible by way of your brother. What happened to your brother? You just can't be accessible. And I know we all get caught up in our emotions, and sometimes you don't think. You're not thinking. You just in the moment right now. But the setup needs to change, because just like you say, we sit up and pretend and act like we all got this black unity and black love. Most of them motherfuckers that showed up for that opening was there for clout, to say that they was there.
Yeah, and I think I think in defense of Sam, I think the reason why he handled it like that, because I get what you're saying. It's like you send your people over there and be like, hey, him, the dude in the black hat, which one? Him. He can't come up in here. Y'all get rid of him. And that's usually how it works. But Sam having a relationship with this rock star dude since they was kids, Sam, this being his brother, Sam is like, he's still processing that shit. He's still, so in his mind,
is that this brother?
Yeah, this nigga need to hear it from me. This nigga need to hear it from me. He need to see the pain in my eyes. He need to hear my voice. I grew up with this nigga.
Them feelings can get you hurt still. Like I say, everybody
gonna get hurt in that environment.
I mean, because he on Melrose. I mean,
no, because he did
on Melrose.
No, I mean, like they said, Rockstar knew better. If he would have flinched, that nigga would have been.
But I'm not saying that Rockstar would have did it. I'm just saying that the general way of conducting yourself as the business owner and the face and the one who should be the most protected in any situation.
Because you're right, that could.
And I can hear you what you're saying, Rocky. I know this guy. Well, then he should like call him on the phone and be like, "Hey, nigga, if you walk up, my people's is gonna push you back."
Because I think
I just be thinking about their safety, and just like I mentioned with Nip, it just take that one time that you accessible for motherfuckers to get your ass.
Because if he would have did it that way, if he would have been like, hey, if it would have been some niggas that walked up and said, hey, bro, you can't come in here. This ain't the time. This ain't the event. Him having that relationship with Sam since they was kids and all that, that nigga Rockstar would have been like, man, what? Nigga, who is you? Nigga, go get Sam. Sam know me. Man, I grew up with that. We day one. Go get Sam. Sam got to tell me that. It would have turned into that. So instead of it turning into that, Sam took it upon himself to walk up and say, here I am. You got to go.
Is that better or is that worse, though? I don't know. I ain't trying to judge. I'm just saying we want to. I would like to see it be done differently in light of the way that since we got so many people running around these days, it just don't give a damn.
Yeah, and like you said, at the end of the day,
it will take advantage of a fucking opportunity. Like I said, it didn't have to be that Rockstar was going to do it. That anybody in that crowd that's able to got him in the middle of the street, all surrounding him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, and like you said,
and
you're right, because that had potential to fuck up what should have been a celebratory good day.
Because ain't nobody really talking about the opening and how good the burgers are. Everybody
right. Only thing we're talking about is the situation that happened.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Nobody's talking about the opening and and all of that. Yeah, it was a little bit of that where they show YG in there cooking burgers and doing all that. But for the most part, everybody talked about the altercation between Black Sam and Rockstar and how he marked him out and punked him and pushed him across the street and all of that. When really it should have been about celebrating my deceased brother's legacy, continuing that. And this is a big day for the Nipsey Hussle brand, the Marathon brand, and my family. And instead, it turned into a million video podcast, a million channels talking about some nigga shit.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So in that aspect, I agree with you that Sam should have had the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm not gonna allow nothing to fuck up this event. Y'all go ahead and get that man up out of here. Period. So you're right. It's that's the way to look at it. That's the way it could have been handled. Yeah. But like you said,
bad did nothing happen, and
testosterone and ego and pride and all that bullshit.
And feelings, emotions.
And now it's like man to man, mano to mano. I need to holler at you. Hey man, get the fuck up out of here. You ain't want to hear. But like you said, Sam should have had somebody else do that.
I don't give a fuck how long I know you. I don't know. I don't give a fuck how long I know you. I didn't know you well enough for you to get a VIP pass. You wasn't here when everybody else showed up and I showed up. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't in the coordination of none of that. I must not know you that well. So
because if you look at the video,
fuck me having to have a personal conversation with you. Hey y'all, I don't want him over here.
Because even if you look at the video, one part of the video, you got a dude that was off to he was on Sam's right. He had put his arm in between Sam and Rockstar, and Black Sam shooed him off. He was like, nah, I got this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, what if one of them, because you can't control everybody in the crowd. And then you heard another nigga saying, ain't nothing gonna happen to Black Sam. He said it twice. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Black Sam. So now you already got a situation where Rockstar is up in a nigga face that they love and that they fuck with, and who is now the breadwinner and the money, the same way they should have been. How they should have, the way they was moving for Sam that day is how they should have moved for Nip that day. And that maybe they didn't learn their lesson or whatever. Like, damn, we already lost Nip. We got to protect Sam at all costs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, but again,
like, ooh,
but Sam shouldn't have put himself in that position.
Just don't do it no more. Like you said, just going back to the closest ones to you, be the one fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? And if he really cared about Sam and Sam said, hey man, this ain't for you and I won't want you here. If he really cared about Sam, he'd have said okay and walked the fuck away. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what a lot of people say.
You know what I'm saying? Just go on and walk away.
A lot of people saying, Rockstar let his little ego and his manly thing kick in too. Yeah. He wanted to argue and politic with Sam
about his shit.
Like everybody was saying, what Rockstar should have did when he realized that he wasn't wanted, he should have said, okay, Sam, I respect that. You got that. I'm going to hit you. We're going to talk about it, but I'm out. And walked away from it. And it wouldn't have been viral at that point. It would have just been you. Nobody would have caught that. It wouldn't have been nothing to really report. But we had the audio, we had the video, and then he had his girl. And like you said, that's what a lot of people said. You was clout chasing Rockstar because the only person he came with, like Rockstar didn't come with a bunch of niggas. He came with his girl, and his girl had a video camera. So she probably knew what the fuck was going down. She knew the play. She knew that he wasn't going to be wanted. She knew it was going to be some shit. He was like, baby, get this shit on tape. Because he got a channel too. And then he started selling the video. Like he started charging niggas $700, $500 for the video, telling them it's an exclusive. And it wasn't exclusive. Shit, that shit hit the motherfucking internet and 1,000 people had it.
Right. 0.0 seconds and she was up. So, I don't know. I just want to see us when we elevate, go ahead and make some adjustments. Like I said, I'm guilty of the same shit. Like I know how it goes down, and especially in certain environments and certain people. And I've relaxed my guard and let in a whole bunch of shit that I had been knew better than to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? But so not trying to, say Sam was wrong because you want to know that you should be able to be comfortable and go anywhere and do anything that you want to be doing without having to worry about other people and their motives and feelings about shit that don't have nothing to do with them. But unfortunately, it just ain't the way it works. And since we know it don't work that way, I just would like to see him move different because as much as somebody might be back there screaming, ain't nothing gonna happen to Black Sam as you screaming it, somebody stab him. You know what I'm saying? You can't guarantee that, especially in an environment that congested. So, but I'm happy for them that they, still keeping something going or whatever, because it's highly unfortunate how, like you said, that whole corner on Slauson and Crenshaw was popping. It just was a good thing for Black people. It was a good look. It was a good look. And look at where we are now. So good for Black Sam now and their family. So we could go on and end this. Jerome done already dipped off because I figure he like, shit, I don't even know who these folks is.
This nigga talking about some LA shit. He over here. Look at these two Cali niggas talking about Cali.
Right, like what?
He was
what
like,
just
who is
happened?
that? He said, is Black Sam dead? no, he ain't dead. Oh, who was that? Nipsey Hussle, brother? About 10 seconds after he asked that, he did. I don't know what they talking about.
I'm
they
lost.
talking about rolling 60s and A-Train gangsters. What is that? Where is that at?
Shit.
All right. It's been a good one.
It has, as usual. Thank everyone for watching. When you watch now, later, or whenever. Always love from the pastor and the sinner. On behalf of Jerome Wilton, the pastor, our very own Big Black Steel, our deacon, guest host, because he running shit these days, and myself, the sinner herself, Miss Shannon, hell yeah. Bye, y'all. Shit, we about to
y'all. And tune in, Pastor the Center. Y'all show up. Y'all support. All right, Shannon.